No countdown.
And welcome to Hearth and Hammer, a D&D podcast and show here on Twitch. We are excited that you're joining us this evening, and we missed you guys. How about you, everyone else? I missed you guys.
Immensely.
We missed the
So
D&D last
so
week.
much miss.
But I
miss you
appreciate the
guys
time
like a
off.
hammer to the head.
Well,
All
you
the
know,
hammers.
we know how much you like hammers, so
Yes, this is a lot. It's a compliment.
it is a compliment. But hey, I appreciate all the birthday wishes, and I had a good one. So
Happy late birthday, DM Seth.
yes, thank you. But yeah, we are going to be getting into episode 12 this evening, which is super exciting. I don't know about you guys, but with this time off, I've gotten lots of good fun ideas. So I can't wait to see where you guys take it this evening. So, well, you know what? I'm just all out of whack though. Let's see. So, what we'll do is play our intro, and then we will get into last week's episode. So,
Recap.
all right. So last week, or 2 weeks ago, on Hearth and Hammer, the party had a little downtime in Hupperduke and went about various errands that they felt like they needed to run. We had Theoden, who went in search of the forge in Hupperduke and was searching for some rare metals that he's interested in learning to craft with, and maybe update his gear a little bit. Pete went in search of more knowledge on local plants that he could put in the new home that the party had set up, and went and talked to the master of the lay of the land about what he could do to help increase the local plants. We had Lee, who went in search of knowledge at the Cobalt Soul and went in search of information on guns as far as what was held there within the archives. We also had Jace, who went to check on a few of their past encounters. He went and checked on Nima and helped heal her a little bit of her exhaustive state after her captivity, and also went to check on their former nemesis, Skin, Zabris, the Goliath, who is currently imprisoned. And between Skin and Nima, learned that there was more going on in Hupperduke than they initially thought. Rowan entertained a bunch of children.
Sure did. That is right.
But spread the glory of the heroes of Hupperduke.
You might be wondering who Rowan is if this is your first time here, and let me go ahead
The
and
bard.
introduce myself. I'm the bard.
We awakened to the next day, and you all are still awaiting the renovations of your new cavern home. They should be done by the end of the week, but you are still staying at the Hearth and Hammer for the time being. And you also A few of you had a few follow-ups that came in. And what would you like to do?
Hey, going down to get me some victuals.
As we start every good day with a hearty breakfast.
I'd like to go get breakfast and then pretty quickly head off to the library.
Okay.
Bolt Souls.
You did receive the summons, if you remember, from Archivist Let.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone else coming down?
I'll start my
anything
morning
else?
out with prayer, and I could probably come in about the time they are coming down for breakfast, and I go and join them.
Okay. So you're all gathering in the common room there at the Hearth Hammer. And Brackhill is his usual jovial self, walking around, greeting the regular customers, bringing you all food and enjoying the day, and offers you up your breakfast and asks if there's anything new going on today.
Oh, the heroes of Habaduke will be heroing, I'm sure.
Hey,
First, we got to
A
just
fine
fuel
day
up.
for it.
It is indeed.
if we leave it up to the bard, we certainly will.
Where is the bard?
I stumble in, tired.
You really
Right
must
around
sleep more.
And it's crazy because half-elves don't need to. Just tired. My
Alright.
character's not a morning person.
Yeah.
Bean
Ah,
water.
The
Lots
bean
of it.
water's hot this morning. It should pep you right up.
This is being the third or fourth morning that you've been here. Brackhill has already set a steaming mug of delicious coffee in front of you.
I'm still confused
Calf.
why they're drinking water that has pinto beans in it.
You won't know. Don't knock it till you try it.
I think
It's
even gave it a weird name.
quite good.
It's the magic bean water.
Mm. You're missing out, my friend.
Hey,
Somebody
Anyway,
has
fellas.
mixed something into my breakfast drink. I'm not sure what it is, but it's giving me the shakes.
That's
Brackhill eyes you all as you're sitting there passing out the plates. So what's on the agenda for today?
hey, smashing something with me hammer, hopefully.
I mean, hopefully I can find me some weapons I've been looking for, but we'll see. To no avail so far.
I believe I may continue chasing a trail of someone we may be looking for.
Sounds to me like you have the most of an idea of what to do and where to go. Who are you tracking down for us?
I'm honestly not sure. I do have a name though. Ambassador Ishel is the name that Skin Sabers gave me. That would be the dark elf that we were unable to find.
Hey, you want to go hunting dark elves, human? You
Yes.
must want to live a shorter life than you already do.
I believe justice needs to be served.
Hey,
Well, do we
And
need...
it sounds as if we've only shut down a part of the plan, or part of what was going on.
Brackhill, I have a question for you.
Hi, what can I help you with?
Do you know of any way of possibly, if I were to have an item of that it was owned by a nefarious folk, do you know of a way of using that item, maybe some magic, and tracking down its owner?
He looks thoughtful for a second. I can't say that I have a good idea of where that is, but I might be able to ask around and see who could help you. So you're asking for help tracking somebody?
Yes, and I have one of their items.
Okay. As far as I know, that's usually goes a long way in helping to track them. But this person you said is of the nefarious nature?
It's a dark elf. It's Ambassador
Oh, okay.
Issue.
I don't
Yes.
remember.
Okay, so if you're trying to
Bless
track
you.
down this
Bless
dark
you,
elf,
cleric. It's ambassador something. Not sure.
yes. Um,
Hey.
now I don't have the means personally, but I do have a bit of knowledge in the arcane, and I do know that typically that person, if they're doing some sort of find spell, has to be decently close. Now, there are other ways to do it. You could always try to scry on a person if they're not protected by wards and such.
Who would know more information on how to track someone down, something like this?
Well, I think, let me ask around and get back with you on that.
Yep.
I got a few ideas, but I don't want to go pointing you in their direction without making sure that they can help you with that, or are willing to help you with that. People do like the privacy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And while we have you here, the only bits of information I have about Ambassador Ishul is that she's a member of the Kryn dynasty. Is there
See.
anyone around these parts that would have any information?
Oh, honestly, you're kind of going looking for a needle in a haystack. I mean, we are not in the middle of the empire, but we're pretty far within, and the fact that the Kryn dynasty was operating a base up there in the mountains was pretty much news to most of us. So, we don't really see a lot of Kryn around.
Understood.
Being the dark elves, that's typically what they are.
Fair enough.
So there's really not, it's not like they're part of the, any kind of organized crime or anything. Usually in the empire, that's they tend to stick out if they go about as themselves. So if there were any, it would be news to most people, but definitely could ask around.
Of course. All right. Is there anyone in town that is particularly up to date on rumors or gossip, things of that nature?
Oh, I'm sure there's a fair few people who would claim to be such, but there's a few people I can point you in the direction of. What particular are you still wondering about? Asking about this Drow ambassador?
Yes.
Okay. Once again, it's got me stumped with how. Like I said, it's basically asking if you've seen people from another nation around here. It's usually just not the case, considering we are at war with them at the moment.
Of course.
Is there anyone other than yourself that we might be able to talk to that might have some other ideas? I'm not sure, with this person assumingly having a criminal background, if it would be better to speak of someone around the prison authorities or...
I mean, you can always talk to Watchmaster about it. You could talk to, set an appointment and try to talk with someone in leadership, maybe the Starosta herself. She's been around about as long as the city has, been part of the empire.
Might not be a bad person to talk to.
Hey.
And who might we talk to get an appointment set up with her?
Oh, you could set it up with... you could probably ask the Watchmaster if he could arrange it, being as you've been in his service recently. But he would probably direct you to someone over in her department. But the Starosta is typically it's Starosta Emma Zesbach. And she's well, I believe she's the gnome that orchestrated the city becoming part of the empire itself, actually.
I see. Well, sounds like someone we may need to might see if we can talk to then.
Absolutely. anything's
Mr.
worth a
Bracken.
shot, right?
Mr. Backhill, sir. You're one of the sponsors, or you're a sponsor of the Heroes of Habaduke, and in order to maintain that title of ours, I was wondering if there was anything else that you were needing done, or some rumors of anything around the city in the meantime that you'd want us to look into.
Well, you said you had some leads earlier on some things. I don't remember rightly what you were talking about, but if there's anything else going on with, the spies that were part of Stallmast's, plans, then I would say looking for them would be a good place to start.
You're referring to the Ambassador Dark Elf.
Well, the ambassador might be a
Sure.
long shot itself, but I believe your learned cleric here had a few other leads besides the name.
Heck, is that so? I wasn't paying attention.
Aye, human, what you
It's-
hiding from us?
I'm not gonna lie. I've slept since then.
Aye, haven't we all?
And in real life, it's been a few sleeps.
Yes. You did also get some information from Nima about the Firemark facility.
That's right. I do.
They did find that besides the stolen or pilfered blasting powder, there was also evidence of somebody cooking the books. And
Yeah, I've written down funny business in the books in regards to plastic powder.
Yes.
The Bard was particularly interested in that, and he wanted to know if you were able to write down any of that funny business, if there's any jokes or material that's written down in those books. I'd love to be able to read them.
Did you just
Be able
refer
use
to
them
yourself
my
in third
repertoire.
person as the Bard?
Aye. Calm down, Halfling. I'm training him to understand his actual name.
He doesn't even know his own name
I mean,
anymore.
if I was known in this world as the Bard, like if anyone were to say, "Oh, the Bard," and they thought, "Ooh, that must be Rowan Reddix," that's a pretty
Who?
famous name to be known
Who?
as.
Who?
The Bard.
Who's this Rowan character we keep hearing about? Hey, I'd never be
Can't
caught
sleep
dead
on-
traveling with anybody named Rowan. Sounds so wimpy of a name. Sounds like
I
somebody who
walk away.
would die in combat constantly.
Hey, I know someone like that.
Just
Really,
leave.
helps me work on the resurrection
Just
spells.
leave.
I'm just heading to the Firemark facility at this point. Fine, I'll do
Okay.
this on my own.
Oh, actually, I'll come with
I
you.
know this name.
Hey, they're calling
Who
us
come with
before
who?
fourth breakfast, Fatling.
I'm going with the bod.
That's about
Who come with who?
The bod.
And his name is?
the Bard.
Bod. He
Bard.
doesn't understand me. He's forgotten
Bard.
common.
Oh
He
lordy.
just-
I'm
he
gonna have
just say
to-
he wanted to be called the Bard.
I'm
did
gonna have to
say
hit
it.
him
Let's
with my
go on the
He
hammer.
just said his name was the bod. I'm so
Alright.
confused at this moment.
But just,
I just keep walking.
knock him over the head a little bit.
You hear all this, Brackhill? This is who you're sponsoring. These knuckleheads.
Aye, the heroes.
he just
of
laughs a
Upper
hearty
Duke
laugh as
and the
you're
Bard.
standing up to leave. He's like, well, good luck to you.
I'm gonna need it. These
Thank you, Brackhill.
buffoons.
Buffoons.
Aye.
All right.
Guess we're taking our way to the fire mark. Just
So,
need to get some of these victuals to go.
Lee, were you going along with the Firemark, or were you going straight to the archives?
You've just gone and muted yourself.
An attempt to unmute myself, I muted myself. Nice.
Classic
I was
Nima.
having a little bit of difficulties with OBS a second ago. I'm gonna head straight to. I'm gonna not go to the fire fire something. I'm gonna head to
The Firemark facility.
fire mark.
Okay. So are you just ignoring them and going, or are you telling them you're...
Hey, I'm
Where-
gonna go check on something real quick, guys.
What are you checking on?
Hey.
Just some boring information stuff.
Don't get shifty on me now.
Roll a
monk.
deception check.
Don't believe him.
Oh, wait.
wait. That wasn't a nat one.
Oh no, he's
Okay.
wanting to turn on his
Oh, he has a cam.
fancy.
his
Passive
cam.
insight is
That's an
13.
11.
My passive insight's 13.
Okay.
No lying.
I think mine
Wait,
is.
I-
Passive
Yeah,
insight
no.
16.
I think I do not. Oh, I have a +2 to insight, so that's 13.
I
But
still
it's not
know
to
you're
insight;
lying.
it's to deception.
Oh, deception. Oh, I have a +0 to deception.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets me. I got a 10 to insight, so and a 10 to deception.
I have a 16 passive.
Okay.
Jeez.
Hey, you don't get nothing by any of these.
No,
So,
I just don't trust those
Um,
people.
You're lying.
Well, if you must know, I
is he
requested
lying?
some information about a couple different things, including daggers, longsword, and then I went and dropped off some information, and I just want to go check up on all that. I received something from Brackle saying that they had gathered the information on the daggers and longswords, and that I'd be able to train some on those. So if you really would like to come, then you can.
No, but if you find out any information on guns, please let me know.
I would.
Guns.
Goons?
Goons?
I think
Okay.
that's. I think it's a foreign weapon or something. You smash someone over the head with.
I
Boom-
think the
boom
G
sticks.
is silent. I think it's uns.
Uns. You want an un?
Uns.
Or is it Junes?
I think I knew an orc one time that used to talk like that. He said something about un. Right after I
Un?
smashed his head with a rock. I don't know what was good.
Wonder if that was a
Yeah. Well, let me know if you find anything else.
close reaction.
I will.
I
Okay.
don't even know what's
so
happening anymore.
Lee, you head over to the Library of the Cobalt Soul, and you are ushered in immediately as you are a member, and are able to quickly get a hold of Archivist Let, who comes scurrying out to meet you. Ah, yes. Master Lee, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I was just coming in to see if I could get some information on the different weapons and perhaps train with some of them.
Yes, the information you requested is available to you. Would you like a private room for to look it over, or as far as the training goes, we have several areas where you can do some of that training.
Yes, please.
Okay. Which would you prefer to start with, training, or would you like to get into the information you were seeking?
Information first.
Okay. So he takes you over and guides you to a room that is off the side hallway there. And you see that they've already brought in a few scrolls and some books with information there. And he leaves you alone with the information. So roll a investigation check.
That has a strong +0. Oh. So that's a 15.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long to find the information you're looking for. On guns specifically, you know as a monk of the Cobalt Soul that not all of the knowledge is copied across all of the archives. There's some knowledge that is copied across all of it, and there's some that is stored in some of the larger cities, and then some that's kept, to members of a certain level. So what you're able to get from this is information on guns, specifically what they originated approximately, or they started circulating approximately 20 years prior. throughout the Empire. Not quickly at first, but the first known recorded sighting by a member of the Cobalt Soul was about 20 years ago. You get basic information about use of a gun, not necessarily like a how to use it per se, but more of a like informational, like someone wrote in a journal of an observation of somebody using it. And so you get the information of, with this kind of flowing script of someone saying, I watched a young soldier with one of these weapons who took out the blasting powder and put it in a specific place on the gun and packed the rod into the barrel and stuffed in something that a tiny ball bearing or metal ball of some kind into it, and then primed it and pulled on a lever to fire the ball out as a projectile. So, like I said, a very basic descriptive terms of kind of the steps used to do it, not necessarily like a how-to or there's a few sketches of guns that you could probably identify one from this. You typical kind of black powder style weapon, and so you feel confident looking it over that should you see something like that, you could identify it as a gun. So as far as like things like how to create one, mixture of blasting powder, very more detailed things for crafting, none of that is present. Again, it's more of just kind of what it is and kind of a brief history of its circulation. So you do see a short reference that they seem to have come from another continent known as Taldore.
Okay. Do I recognize from the pictures I've seen? Is there anything I've seen recently that kind of resembles these at all?
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, I missed the box. So that is 16.
Okay. You think that the metal tubes that you collected, and with the hints you'd been given already, that they could probably be used to forge or craft some sort of firearm. So, but other than that, you have not seen somebody with a firearm or anything. I mean, you've seen lots of evidence in Hupperduke being a, place of industry for the war. You've seen lots of evidence of things, places where maybe they could have been made, but it's not like the Crown's Guard, walk around with them or anything. From what you've been told, there are definitely devices that are held to a specific standard of who gets them. They're pretty heavily regulated, at least within the government. So,
is there, other than like the notes from the battle or battlefield or that somebody had taken, is there anything on the ammunition at all, or is it just they're small?
It just not necessarily. Like I said, it's not necessarily information on. There's not like a diagram. You just see like some sketches of a gun, and then a description of a tiny, metal pellet of some kind. It doesn't give a description of like how big or the composition of the metal, anything like that. So,
Alright, I'm gonna pull up my parchment and quill and start taking some notes from the different sources I have here. Draw a couple sketches of the different guns, and then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna find Archivist Let and ask to go to the training rooms.
okay. So, overall, that probably takes you a couple hours to peruse and copy down some of the notes. And then, so, you get to about late morning and you're asked to be referred to the training area. It's not a large formal training area. I mean, it's a training area, but it's pretty small, as the library here in Hupperduke is not one of the larger ones. And so it's more of a kind of like a dojo style, like come in, do some self-training. So you want to spend some time in there?
Yes.
Okay. So say you spend a couple of hours in there. So, all right. So while he's doing that, the rest of you all went to the Firemark facility?
Hey,
Okay. So you head to the
Yes.
Firemark facility. And if you remember, it's a large brick building. Let's see. It's a large brown and red brick building, and like I said, it's very, kind of industrial revolution style of building, and you get that strong scent of sulfur and blasting powder as you approach it. The guards see you coming, and by now have a passing familiarity with you, but they still stop you, and
Here's a Hupperduke. Yes.
one steps up and says,
hey,
good morning. What business do you have at the Firemark facility today?
Oh, who's leading the shindig? All right.
I borrowed the cat got your tongue?
Yes. I was following you.
I just thought this is where we needed to go.
All right, listen, we're here to make a meeting with. Well, we need to talk to probably Watchmaster Bram, but we're trying to get a meeting with Madame Starosta. If at all possible.
Well, I mean, this is the Firemark facility, so Watchmaster Bram would be at the barracks, and the Starosta.
Why are we following the bard exactly? I thought he.
You were the one telling us where to go there, cleric. You said we need to come here for whatever you heard from the
did
little
I mean,
gnome
yes.
girl. And
Nima told us some stuff, but I don't believe she wanted us. Anyway, that was discussed perhaps later. Maybe
You here know Nima, correct?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. Nima wanted us to just stop by and help her out with a few things. If we could, we're just going to come by and we have a few things from her. We're going to look around a little bit. We're trying to help her with the exquisite blasting powder that she produces for you guys as well.
Okay.
So we
She
just go by to
isn't.
kinda help out.
I don't believe she checked in today, which usually means she's out gathering resources. So, if you like, you could try to call on her at her house, or perhaps come back tomorrow.
No, we thought she would be here. That was our misunderstanding. But
Very well.
if she happens to come by, you might let us know. But we were just trying to help her with some of her, which is the blasting powder that she's helping produce for you guys.
Okay. Do you want to leave a message for her?
I'm sure we'll see her. We'll go stop by her house.
yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem. He kind of just stands there waiting for you guys to leave.
And
Aye, cleric, where to now?
let's
So as
let's
we
go
walk
find
away, and I'm
Watchmaster
gonna look
Bram.
over. I was like, cleric, what are we doing? I don't know I don't have the information. I just
To
thought
be fair,
that
I
might be some.
I was following. I thought you were chasing another lead. And okay. At this point, we kind of step away out of earshot of the guard.
Okay, sure.
Well, Nima, when she spoke it to me, she sort of said it in secret. I don't necessarily want to bring it up to the workers, the guards of Farmark facility yet. That there has been some funny business in the books, as you say. So maybe
So when you say
we go
funny business,
How far away did you
Yes.
step
How
from the
funny.
guards?
out of earshot, 20 feet.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
30 feet, 60
Aye.
feet, whatever.
Hey, cleric,
How
you,
good's
you
his
need to
hearing?
let
I
us,
don't know.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
cleric, you need to let us know all the information before you just start making demands of us to go places.
I didn't. I was following the bot. I actually left to just walk with the bot in case he got himself killed. You all were still sitting down when I followed him.
Hey, I left good victuals for this trip.
All right. Well, okay. If I'm leading this show, we need to go speak with Watchmaster Bram, see if we can get a meeting with the Starosta, and see what happens from there, and see what we can find out about the Kryn dynasty and Ambassador Ishul. Does that sound good? Can we do that?
Who was Zarosta? Who was Zarosta again?
Okay. He normally does the talking. What's happened?
I think it's
Did
a
you-
kind
did you
of
have
his
your bean
bean
water?
water or something that he had.
Who normally does
The
it?
Starosta is the leader of the city, like the governor. For
Zarosta,
essentially.
or I don't. I think it's a. I think it's a
All right. You
term
just
for
follow
his
me,
bean water.
and I'll head for the barracks.
Aye, we
where-
followed you here.
We did not. We followed the bard here. I mean, we
Aye.
probably should have thought something when you're stumbling around. And,
I mean, the halfling
wasn't really
wouldn't
sure
have
where
followed
it's
the
going.
bard away from our plates now.
True.
All right. All right. Well, I'm heading for the barracks. See if we can find Watchmaster Bram.
Okay.
Aye. Maybe he's got
So-
something I can hit.
Easy enough.
Ugh.
Head to the barracks, and you get there and are you request to see Watchmaster Bram. It takes him a little bit, but he comes out and says, "Oh yes, how can I help you all today? I don't believe we had any further business."
Well, it's good to know we don't have anything else going on right now, but we actually was hoping we could speak with the Starosta and potentially gain some information about the Kryn dynasty and continue to, see if we can chase down Ambassador Ishul and once put this
Ambassador
thing
who?
behind us. Ishul, you were with me when we spoke to Skin Sabers, correct?
Oh, you mean the drow she was talking
the
about?
drow. Yes.
Yes. Okay. I mean,
the
like,
one who got
well,
away.
sure. I mean, we've gotten maybe a little more out of her. This ambassador was an ambassador to Stallmast. You do realize it wasn't an ambassador here in the city.
Right.
We don't have any kind of Kryn presence here. At least not that we know of.
Yes, that is our fear, and why we prefer to capture the presence that we did have here, is to make sure they're not planning anything else.
Okay. Well, to set up a meeting with the Starosta, you would have to probably set an appointment, and usually it takes about a day to get in touch with her. So, if you have any other business in the meantime, I can probably get you guys in to see her. It's Starosta Emma Zesbach.
Okay.
Not at all what I wrote down.
Nah, me either.
I did not spell it correctly, but that's what I wrote down.
Zezbok.
I wrote.
Actually, I
roadblock.
spelled it pretty close.
I wrote imbok.
What?
I wrote.
But-
I wrote roadblock.
But yeah, as far as if you're trying to find this person and they were part of Stalmast's machinations, I don't know if they would still be around. Did you actually see this person when you were clearing out the lair?
We never did, but Nima did see her, and then we got confirmation from Skin Sabrus.
We
Nima didn't see her.
we did.
Oh, we seen the drow. We never
I
seen
thought
her.
we saw her and she dipped away or something.
Yeah, dip down the tunnel.
Oh, okay. Perhaps we
No,
did
I
see
don't
her.
think you guys did actually.
We were told about it. We found out.
We-
You found
yeah, we
you found
s-
information
we s-
about it.
yeah, we
but
found
you-
information about
Yeah.
it, but we never actually saw them.
Because we stopped searching to take Stallmaths back, and then came back and finished searching.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it dipped through the steam room, and that's when we stopped. I'm almost
Yeah.
positive that they dipped through the steam room. Yeah. We
No,
did
no,
see
you. No, you never saw her or saw them.
Yeah. Because we didn't find out. We found out there's more people the second time we went around.
Yeah.
And found like more bedrooms.
Yeah, that was the first you found out about them.
Oh right. Well, these notes are really awkward then. It definitely says that the drow slipped through the steam room away from us. But hey, do what you do.
There was a kobold that did, and it went
sure
and
we'll go with
alerted
that.
Stallmast.
With that said, we have confirmation that there was a drow working here in Huppaduke, which, from my understanding, there is a war going
In
on against
Huppaduke?
Kryn.
Were they in Hupperduke or were they
Okay,
just up
perhaps
in
not
the
in the city,
in the lair?
in the layer.
Oh, okay.
Still a little close for comfort.
Well, absolutely.
With that said, yes, we had confirmation from Nima, and then again from Skin Sabrus when we had a chat with her.
And you said you guys you all missed this person.
Yes, she is the only one unaccounted for at this time.
That is
That was part of the original
unfortunate.
plan. Indeed.
Well,
Don't you worry, we're hot. We'll find her. There's a
Yes.
Hoppaduke around the case.
We
well, I imagine this this ambassador, as they style themselves, probably skipped out of town after you all fully cleared the lair, I believe, correct?
indeed, yes.
Okay. Well, but yeah, I mean, you're like I said, I'll set an appointment. Make sure that you have any questions ready. She doesn't like to. Starosta Zesbok does not like to waste time. So,
And
Understood.
Watchmaster Bram.
yes.
We have these badges still, as you given us to help us with investigating certain
Oh, did you?
things.
Okay.
Yes, you gave these to us when we first came
Oh,
into
yes,
town.
yes.
And we're not sure what we can share here, but with an ambassador of the Kryn dynasty possibly being here, we just want to do some investigation of our own to make sure that there's not continued connections or funny business going on about town, and we would be sure to let you know any information that we might find. But
Well, I should hope so.
I'm just wanting to make sure that, of course, we're not at liberty until we find proper evidence before we'll come to you. But we just want to be able to track down some things. So, do we have your blessing to be searching and investigating? Just to, if we were to, we wouldn't do anything bad. We're not trying to steal or anything. We're just trying to
Roll
track
a
down maybe
persuasion check.
some few leads.
Where is he going with this?
I did
The
roll
17.
one.
17.
Very
He
persuasive,
considers
yeah.
what you said and says, "Well, I'll be perfectly honest. Most adventurers or people who do any kind of service for the city of Hupperduke do receive those badges, but it does guarantee that you should at least be able to ask questions as opposed to being summarily turned away from most places within the city. As far as weeding out information on more Kryn Dynasty activity, by all means, you feel free to continue investigating that. I would say be careful not to overstay any welcomes that you might receive.
Noted.
While there are, Hupperduke is an industrial city for the might of the Empire. There are still people who prefer their privacy, and may not appreciate questions, whether they have anything to hide or not.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Absolutely. Is there anything else I can help you with?
With all these questions out of the way, is there anything we can
Cleric?
do for you, Watchmaster? Is there anything in town that needs taken care of?
Well, if there's nothing else for me, I'll leave you to your day. And he turns and he heads back down toward the hall,
Alright.
towards
Thank you.
his office.
Okay, guys, we're now on official business from Watchmaster Brand
Okay.
himself. And he said it. That's what I heard. And we can show the badge and get anywhere we want to.
I thought we could already do
Roll
that.
a stealth check.
Hey,
Rowan.
Oh, 8.
As he's heading down the hall, you hear coming back. I didn't offer to pay you anything.
Oh, we don't have one.
I will just get the gold.
What if
app.
it's really juicy information?
Yes.
He's already
All
gone.
right, friends.
You
What are
you
your
hear
thoughts
you
at
hear
this
like
point?
the one of the guards in the front room kind of chuckle, like, good luck or good try.
All right,
I'm
friends.
striking out today.
It sounds like we got about 24 hours to kill before we're going to meet with Strosa. What do we do now? Not asking the dwarf, by the way.
Let's see. Let's see. After going to the Firemark facility and then going to the barracks, it would probably be about this time. It would probably be close to lunchtime for the day.
Hey.
Lee, you would probably be
Neat.
finishing up, or maybe already finished with your morning, training exercise before, after looking over the stuff.
Were we supposed
I
to meet
do
the
need-
monk somewhere?
No, I didn't arrange
Were we?
anything to see him again.
Um,
To
all right.
see him again.
To see him again. Period.
Gone. Just
He's
gone.
gone.
Just on his
He's
own.
Off the adventure.
The
team.
Hebrews of Hupperduke are one shy now, apparently, to the bard.
He didn't really give us much to go on as to where to find him. Perhaps we should go grab food and we'll see him there.
Can I?
I only gave you the exact location I was going to.
We don't know
Does
where
anyone
that-
remember that? Because I don't.
He
I-
went
To his
Kobold.
clan's library, or
He's going to some
Kobold
place with some books.
souls?
Books.
Like,
Where do you
like,
find
didn't
books?
we kill a bunch of kobolds? Then he went to some kobold soul.
Aye, is he going back to the lair?
Is he looking for Scrit?
Scrit?
Oh Lord, I hope not. That's a lost cause there.
I almost forgot about Scrit.
Almost
Aye.
forgot about Scrit. We must.
Never forget.
My
fine.
kobold
Scrit.
skin bag I had made. I never forget about Scrit.
roll a deception check. There it is.
Hey, I'll take it all day. 19.
All right. You guys wonder if he has a kobold skin bag.
What would that even look like?
I like
Is it back at the
Scrit.
layer?
Like
kind of like a
Scrit.
purse.
And he's kind of ugly.
Aye, what did you just say there, Halfling?
well, doesn't it?
You want to be? Do you want me to have a halfling skin purse next time?
It's a purse.
If I make
See,
it out
look,
of
he
a
just
wee
said it's a
man,
purse.
if I make it out of a wee man like him, it would be.
Listen, the kobolds aren't much bigger than
It's
me. I
confirmed.
just figure if
The
you
dwarf
have,
carries
if
a
you have
purse.
kobold skin person, it's gonna be small.
Roll for initiative.
All right, the dwarf carries a purse. All right.
Okay, so
All right,
Should
so
try to hit people with
talk
that.
about halfling
Instead.
skin purse. What kind
Lee,
of weird
what do you
dwarf
do
is
after you
this?
finish up?
I'm gonna head
Hi,
back
not
to
not follow the cleric.
I'm gonna head back to the Hearth Hammer.
Okay.
Guys, there's a good chance that the monk is heading back to the Hearth Hammer.
I did say let's go get food. That's kind of what I had in mind.
Hey,
So
That's fine by
if
me.
you-
I'll listen. I know the way back to there. I'll
Hey,
lead the way this
if-
time.
Lead the
If
way.
you're not wanting to regroup with the monk, then we can go eat somewhere else.
hey, sounds like there's plenty of other spots to get victuals in town. Where to there, Bard?
I like ever since the monk beat up the dwarf, I kind of like him. I'd like to go get him.
Aye, you want me to punch you this time there, human?
I've seen what you can do. I'm not too
fine.
worried.
Last time I hit you, I knocked you on your hind.
As we
Then I
head
found your
back
hammer. I
to-
remember.
Uh-huh. As you
we
head back,
to
yes.
the Hearth and Hammer, would I be able to replace the dagger that was? I just want to buy a new dagger because I had thrown it and it got
Sure.
rusted from the.
I didn't
Although I
Colin
think,
fix all those.
yeah, Pete was able to.
Yeah,
He spent the
Oh.
spent the morning the other day repairing.
it's been like
your
a whole
stuff, so-
half day preparing your stuff,
Bad.
man.
I looked at my notes. I didn't correct it. It said replace dagger, and so
Actually,
I
he
wanted to
was
make
gone for part of that, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say about him when he was gone.
Just retcon it.
Yep, I have
It's
dagger.
fixed. It's fixed.
Fixed dagger. Oh, my dagger's fixed.
Hey,
Okay,
Cool. So we
um,
head back to the Hearth and Hammer.
Okay, sounds good. So you guys head back to the Hearth and Hammer, and as you are gathering together there in your corner of the common room that you've kind of claimed at the moment,
It's our table. We have like a table, like a set table, like similar to Friends. They have their couch at the coffee
they
shop.
always go
or
sit there.
Just-
Exactly.
just
How I
like
Met Your
that.
Mother. They have their table.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, I've always wanted one of those.
We have our
Well,
own.
We will have to make sure that
So
shows
exciting.
up. Some artwork of that. Yes. So, so you all sit down and meet up with Lee. Lee returns from his Cobalt Soul trip. Lee, do you convey to everyone what you learned?
Yeah, I pull up my notes. So I didn't find anything on exactly how to build the weapons or how to use them, but I did find some other information on them. I'm not sure if you're interested at all, and I slide over some of the notes and sketches I took.
Okay.
This looks a lot like some of the items we found there. There.
yeah, Bard.
in the-
Wiltix
Who had-
told us it was gun parts.
Who had
I'm
those?
just
by the
saying.
way?
Oh, I was Theridin, I'm pretty sure.
Theoden, do you have those?
Have what? Yeah, they're in my bag.
Okay.
Looks like they're put together.
Do you
just
pull
like
them
this
out or
and how the-
anything to inspect them, or do you?
I mean, we can. Wiltix then told us what they were.
Yep. I'm more just kind of trying to match the figures of what is being built from the pictures that he did. Yep.
Okay.
Interesting. So,
Yep.
It came out of
Seems
my
as though they
kobold
do
skin
match.
pouch.
I don't think that's
All right.
skin.
So,
Could be, I suppose.
I don't know. Maybe.
are you? What are you doing, Rowan?
I was trying to show that we have some of the parts for a
Were you
gun
kind of
that
comparing
matches
them, like with the
with
the
what
sketches?
the monk has found.
Look, it
yeah.
says here if you put the square peg in the square hole and the triangle peg in the triangle hole, you can actually make something. So does anyone want to put these pieces together?
Hey,
It doesn't actually
I
have
think-
that.
I think Pete
Where-
is reading a children's book. 'Cause
Hey,
he's working on his
that's-
Dude
English.
of it.
He's trying to speak your language now, Bard.
By the way, while I was waiting for them to arrive, I started sketching out some plans for something leather that may be attached to the gun that would allow you to drop it without dropping the gun.
Okay. So like some sort of strap.
Like a sling for it.
A sling. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
Be strapped.
He will.
I didn't
Okay.
tell them about that, though. I'm keeping that to myself
Oh,
for
okay.
now.
All right. Okay. So sorry, Theoden, did you pull those out? Yes or no?
I just pulled one tube and one piece of wood out for him.
Okay. And then Rowan, were you inspecting it?
Yep.
Like comparing it. Roll an investigation check.
Is the monk helping me with this? Because I'm showing him this. I don't need it. That's a 20. Not net.
Okay. So, if you recall, you did collect these metal tubes from whenever you were fighting the rust monster, and some of them were wrapped in cloth. You didn't notice it at the time in the darkness of the cave, but on the cloth there is actually a stamp with some letters on there. Let's see. What languages do you speak, Rowan?
Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
Common, Elvish, and Goblin. Interesting. Okay, you can't read it.
I read Common and Elvish.
Okay.
Can I still not
That's
read
what
it?
I read.
No.
So I noticed a stamp on.
If it helps, I
Colin,
read-
what languages do you speak?
That's what I'm trying to find.
It should be bottom left of your character sheet.
Common, Druidic, and Halfling.
Okay. You can read it. It is halfling.
Oh, I
Halfling,
can read
This
it
is
as well.
funny. Y'all didn't want to listen to me when I said that. It says the square peg goes in the square hole, and the triangle peg goes in the triangle. But listen, that's what I'm telling you. I can read this.
You do see that is stamped as if like marked for delivery. Okay. To a town like which like I said, it's a stamp like you would see on crates and stuff like that as marked for delivery. It says SCR. Okay. Roll.
What's the
Roll
leader of the
a-
town?
Starosta Emma
Oh,
Zesbach.
Zesbok, yes.
not SCR.
No, not
Roadblock.
SCR. Roll an intelligence check.
Is this to see if I remember, or if I can figure out who they are?
It's to just roll. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
So would Wiltix not have seen the markings when we handed them to him yesterday?
Maybe. He is a gnome though.
Okay. Hey, this is the first time hearing of
If
the
you-
cloth. I just had
well, if you-
two tubes written down,
yeah.
so I didn't know anything about that. I was writing it down.
What is you said intelligence check?
Yeah.
So with that, my intelligence, so it's a 14.
Okay.
You're making me think I need to up my dice rolling.
That's good
thing.
enough. It's really just to know if you are familiar with this area of the Empire, and so you get a feeling that it could be for Shady Creek Run, which is a location, not a person.
Do you tell us that?
Well, seems to me that this was either meant to be sent or sent from SCR. Does anyone know where SCR is? That's right. Didn't think you did, because now you got to ask the halfling questions, but you don't want to listen, because guess what, Bard? You won't understand me anyway. So everyone else that cares, that's Shady Creek Run. That's where we need to go.
Halfling, I'm about to
I lean
stick
over
you in
and
my
I'm just like,
skirt
I
pouch.
can read that.
You can read that? Can you read half?
Yeah.
Can you speak halfling?
Yeah, I can read halfling. Halfling
Okay,
and
yeah.
celestial.
So do you
Can you,
confirm
you know-
that? Oh, and celestial, nice. Okay. I'd say, Jace, go ahead and roll an intelligence check
All right.
as well.
Intelligentsia.
Hold that thought. My D&D Beyond's not working. One moment.
It says you rolled, but
Oh,
it's
there we
not
go.
showing me what it was.
19.
There it is.
Okay. So you would know Shady Creek Run is a location that is north of Hupperduke. A few days' journey. But it is right on the edge of kind of the edge of like kind of the civilized area of the empire here. Before you get to the Savalier Wood and go up into the graying wildlands in the north. So,
All right.
which I can.
So
I share that with them.
what it seems like. So what it seems like is that these pots were being brought to someone in Shady Creek Run, which would be safe to assume there's someone there that is putting these pots together to make guns. So
You're quite
it
slow,
is-
you know that?
With that roll, also, Jace,
Oh,
you would
wanting-
probably know that Shady Creek Run
We're all average
is
intelligence,
not
guys. This is normal
really
speed.
is not really run by the Empire at all. That there is a pretty heavy crime
Outlaw.
presence. There's
Renegade,
some
if you
kind of
will.
there's some like official, government, if you will, but it's pretty heavy crime area.
Friends, I will say this. If it's a venture to Shady Creek we're headed to, we are likely going to find trouble. You may have to prepare that hammer, Thurden.
Hey,
It's
I
safe
spent
to
a
assume-
lifetime chasing trouble down. This will be no
You'll
different.
find it here.
It's safe to assume that Shady Creek is appropriately named for the shady schemes. So
Indeed.
we'll have to be mindful of that. Perhaps I'm now thinking I wish I would stock some better spells this morning, but there's always tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, it takes a few
I
days
should
to
also-
get there.
It's about a day's journey, yes. We should also be prepared. I don't really know anything about these guns that you guys are looking for. That you seem so
It's
fascinated with.
Un.
Okay, yes.
The G is silent,
yes,
the monk said.
of course. But
You had a
If they are
pronunciation that
pots-
it was gun. Yeah.
it's gone. Okay. If the pots are in this location, there's the chance the characters we run into at this location may be equipped with them. It may be a bigger fight than we think we are going to than we've had before.
If you want to back out now, cleric, take your cowardness on to the temple.
Would one of them know that we would be outmatched there currently?
You wouldn't have any indication of that.
Hey Seth, do I think we'd be outmatched there?
Roll an intelligence check with disadvantage.
That's fine.
You're speaking of the fire puppy in your bucket?
With the +1. Well, that's a 2. And well, that's gonna be a 2. Okay, cool.
Okay, you don't know.
But
So,
what I know, I seem to have some information about this place.
I mean,
said,
do you think your character's been there? I would say probably not with
Probably
your character
not.
backstory.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you could roll
So-
with an intelligence check with disadvantage.
There's a chance that my character might have.
so it's not
Hey,
necessarily
I'm not going
a
to roll
hostile.
again. That's a 1 or a 2.
It-
We know
it's
nothing.
not necessarily a
We don't know.
hostile area.
It's not a
It's
hostile
just-
area. It's
Okay.
just a higher traffic of criminal activity than most other places within the Empire. It's part of the Empire, but it's not. It's like right on the edge before you go north into like kind of the wildlands, and like the Savalier Wood is
like
this
Riftwood.
very large wooded area that goes north before you get to just kind of like the wildlands up there. So
So,
friends.
here's where we're at. Sorry, Cleric, what were you saying?
I was really just gonna ask, are we going?
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
not
we
following
can
you
either-
anywhere today, Cleric.
We can either wait here for a day and then possibly be able to see. Here
you go. I'll show you on the map.
Emma roadblock. What map are we looking at?
It's on Owlbear
Zesbok. Right.
or on the stream.
Oh, I might need another link to
Damn it.
Owlbear. I can't.
Yeah, I can't get into Albert either.
Hey, Brackle,
Also, can we plan our break for next minute, or some wife needs me?
is there anywhere, like, are we, since we're new to the town, kind of, is there any way we could set up an account with the bank nearby, or do we just kind of have to tote our own money all the time?
We can, yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so if you are looking at the stream, or you are looking, Shady Creek Run is several days north of Hupperduke. Hupperduke is located in the Silver Quill Ridge Mountains, and so it is across the kind of the plains area to the northern section of the mountains there. So
It's quite a few days away. It's up to you guys.
Honestly, if we leave now, we'll miss our meeting with Starosta, which may not be a good look for the heroes of Hupperduke if we blow off a meeting with the most powerful person in the city.
Wiltix is supposed to have some information about somebody that can craft the guns too. Their bard.
Indeed.
Oh yes.
Not that I don't
Was
believe
that-
this would be a good venture to go on, but perhaps not.
We'll keep
today.
it in our back pocket for now. Yes.
Yes.
okay.
I desperately
Was there
want to find
any
the guns, so I have
other? Okay. Was there any other business for the day? We can
It looks like we're just kind of waiting.
waiting for the meeting. Okay.
Indeed.
Can I
Waiting for the
So-
meeting and then possibly following up with Wiltix.
Okay. So you all spend the rest of the day kind of just contemplating what your next move is, and we'll go ahead and take a break.
All right, that'd be great. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, and we are back. Shenanigans during the break.
Oh lordy,
Hot and
D&D
spicy.
night.
Everyone went
Noah,
to
would
get
you
snacks.
care for a snack?
Okay, so
Yes.
goodness. So
Uh,
1 second.
can I have one too, Colin?
All right, so you all have slept the night away in comfort at the Hearth and Hammer, and arise the next morning and have received a note saying what time you are able to see Starosta Zezbak.
Of course.
And what time
So-
is that?
You're able to get in and see her about mid-morning, so
Aye.
got that nice late appointment, 10 o'clock or so, maybe later. So, so you wake up. Anything you want to do before you head off to your meeting?
Hey, we should probably pop in with Wiltix if we're gonna start moving on to somewhere else. At a bar, we should probably check in with Wiltix and find out if he's got any leads from the guild.
Yep, sounds great. Leads from the guild, and then if Wiltix was able to find anyone with the gun information.
That's the leads from the guild I'm talking about. Lord, this bard. I'm pretty sure he's a -10 in intelligence.
And what specifically? Remind me. What specifically were you asking for from?
Oh, we had just showed him, and he was going to ask around in the guild if anyone. He said there would be contacts in the guild of where we could get someone that knew how to put the gun together.
Okay. So you're going to see Wiltix?
I am.
Perfect.
You coming, Rowan?
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
Is everyone going, or is it just two of
He's
you?
still lost on his wall. He's in the cave
I'm
on
gonna
his
go with
wall
him.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
No,
go with them.
The whole group's going.
The whole group. We're just all going to see Wiltix.
Okay. Before
There
your
might be
meeting.
more kids for you to talk to there, Bard.
Off we go to
Oh,
see
fans, you
Wiltix.
mean? They were fans.
Yeah, fans. Yes. Many of the fans.
Okay. So you head over through the adjoining door with the hearth side of the Hearth and Hammer to the workshop to see Wiltix. You do walk in and see he's, working away as usual, rummaging back and forth between the tables with different parts and gears and working on different items. And he does see you as you come in. Ah, yes. Hello, friends. How are
Hey.
you? How are you?
Hey,
Hello.
we're all right, I guess. I'm stuck with this Bard over here. Who just
Hello. Good morning.
I think he's taken too many hits to the head from those kobolds, to be completely honest with you. But
Yes, at least 6 or 7 times.
more than that.
Bard, is that the wall you were telling me about?
Oh yes.
He's got 4 of them in here he was looking at. Especially guy he is. So shopkeep, we came to you a couple days ago asking about the parts for the Un or what did
Guns.
the
we have figured out the pronunciation of them. Say
Monk
guns,
went and looked
yes,
it up in
yes,
the book place. Yeah, guns. Whatever it is that the bard was looking for. They just, but you said you might have some leads in the guild about who may be able to craft the craftsmanship that these parts were for.
Yes, absolutely. So you did bring me the barrels or tubes that you thought might be barrels useful for guns. As far as unofficial contacts who might be able to produce these items, besides myself having, not having the knowledge but having the capability, there are many other tinkers within the city. However, the only ones who do have information on crafting the weapons, they are officially conscripted to do so for the very few regiments or units within the Empire that are taught in the use of guns. So I feel like that was not necessarily the direction you wanted to go, but if you want, I could direct you to one such person.
I'm just gonna smelt these tubes down at this point and beat it into a
No,
nice keychain.
no. Please.
I like
Please don't.
keychains.
We're glad to take those off your hands. Yes, I would like to know this name.
I
This name.
collect
Okay.
keychains.
Yes, absolutely. So it's actually
no key
Tanbar. That's Tanbar.
Tan
Tanbar.
bar.
Tanbar Lernus Liddell.
Learnness. Sorry, I'm just writing it down.
Sure.
Got it.
He's another gnome tinker like myself. You'll find him. Down in the lower portion of the city.
I guess before I make me a nice keychain, we should probably find out if this tanned bar or whatever could help us. Let's head to him before we have to go meet Starosta Zimbabwe or whatever it is.
Starosta Zezba.
I don't need lip from you there, cleric. All right, you made a
really
mess
not
of
good with
yesterday.
names, are you?
We'll
I got a meeting with the most powerful person in the city.
Yeah, you did that.
I
Wiltix,
did.
thank you so much for everything.
Yes, of course.
You didn't happen to have any new stock come in at all since the last time we've checked here?
No, not yet. I'll
Alright,
be sure
well,
to
just
let you
us
know. Okay. So you guys head out and head to the lower portions of the city.
Yeah.
Do we still have time?
Do we have time to
Or
do
a
that, or
meeting?
do we?
You probably wouldn't have time before the meeting.
Right.
we don't-
So, because you would have to go take the lifts down and then go to into the area where they the other other person's workshop is. So,
Well, friends, I
can we
believe we
split
would
up
have.
though? I mean, I really don't think all of us need to go and stand there in front of this chick and let her tell us she knows nothing about drow.
This chick is the like leader of Huppadook. I feel like if the
Aye.
heroes of Huppadook are making an appearance, perhaps it should be all of us.
Hey, well, you go on, cleric. I'm gonna head down to the lower city.
Oh, it's probably for the best that I don't introduce you to the Sorostas. That's probably for the best, honestly.
The difference is she's probably already heard of me.
I
should
hope
probably
not.
tag along
That
with
will
that
not
and-
help our cause.
Rowan, you're going with Theoden?
I should probably tag along with it, and he's. I don't want him to.
I'm gonna come back with a
making-
really cool keychain.
Yes, I don't want him to make an enemy of Tanbar. Learnus Liddell.
That's fair.
Learnus Liddell. Okay, I wrote that down.
I
Okay.
got close.
So who's
so-
going to see the Starosta?
Myself.
Okay.
Is it just I? Am I going?
The
Lee-
halfling and monk
Lee,
are
are
just
you
gonna
going?
stand in place.
I'm going.
Okay.
Just him and Wiltix.
All right. So you
Send her my best, and be sure and describe how handsome I am. Thank you.
I will not do that, but have a good time.
So you all head to the upper portion. You're still in the upper portions of the city, and you head to the buildings that you know have been pointed out are the areas in which you would meet with the Starosta. you are greeted with Crown's Guard, and these Crown's Guard are probably the kind of the best and brightest looking for the city. There's not very many in Hupperduke. It's mostly, as you know, it's mostly like volunteer, like civilian troop. So you've got, because this is the Starosta's place, you do see more Crown's Guard. So you all approach the guard, and he says, "State your business, please." So you see a human guard there, along with a female gnome.
Hello.
Making for quite the contrast, but
Mm-hmm. Well, hello. We have a meeting scheduled today with the Starosta, Zezbok. We are perhaps introduced as the Heroes of Hupperduke. I don't know what else and what other name it would have been set up under.
yes, I do believe we have you here.
Excellent.
We will get you led into her area immediately. So,
Of course. Out of curiosity, is it under the Heroes of Hupperduke? Is that what was written down there?
no.
Oh, okay. Carry on then. Just thought I'd check.
He definitely kind of gives you a look like, what are you talking about?
All right. I was about to make a bod very happy, but that's okay. It's all right. I just hurt his feelings. It's fine.
We
So
can
you-
lie to him.
All right.
So
well, that's it.
you are brought into the court area of the Starosta of Hupperduke, and you get the sense immediately that this the Starosta is not one for formalities as much. It's not like some grand throne room or anything. It's definitely like a more comfortable kind of entertaining hall almost. There's large tables in this hall, and she's seated at the head of one. And at the present, it's currently empty. There's other than a few people there with her. There's some Crown's Guard, obviously, and then what looks like some sort of like page or some young gnome there that looks like they're there to kind of do her bidding. And then you also see somebody who is there with ink and quill, and looks like they're gonna there to take notes. But she sees you coming in to the chamber and stands and says, welcome friends. You wish to see me, and I am Starosta Emma Zezbok. She says this, you do see she is quite an old gnome, but she doesn't look like decrepit or anything like that. She looks, white hair, lots of laughter lines around the mouth and eyes. You get the sense that she enjoys life, and she enjoys, probably just as much as anyone else, the nightly frivolities that go along within the city.
And as I walk up to introduce myself, I give sort of a unsure bow, and say thank you so much for having us, Starosta.
Okay. She acknowledges you and says, yes, please come forward. No need to shout at each other across the room.
Of course.
She kind of indicates a few chairs down the way. So.
All right. We come up and have a seat. So Starosta, has anything did Watchmaster Bram mention perhaps why we wanted to meet with you today? I don't know how much background you have of the situation.
He made no mention of
No mention.
why you wanted to meet.
Of course.
But he did say that you provided a great service for him, and we do appreciate those who work hard for the city of Haberduke.
Of course. We're doing all that we can. One moment.
She kind of takes a look, and
Sorry, hold on 1 second.
you're fine.
Little one looks frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag dad life. Look at him.
That's
being a
right.
good dad.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
She had a hangnail, and I think Mommy got it, and now it's hurting.
Oh.
Aw.
And we drank 2 things, but it's
Stinging. Okay.
Aw.
Give me a hug. Love you. Keep your eyes on it, okay? That'll help numb it. I love you.
What a precious moment.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
What a great dad.
Oh.
I'm so glad that London could be there to support Jeff in that very troubling time.
Right.
It's true. It's true.
It's just it's odd to see somebody so weak and
Okay. I think she went back. All right. Alright,
Did
we'll
we
resume.
lose Colin?
for a moment there.
No, I'm still. Y'all can still hear me, but I'm having trouble
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
everything else, basically.
No, it's okay.
see.
Everyone else just kind of moved around. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. The only one that's right.
Oh, everyone tried for me.
is-
Yeah, that's because I was having problems.
Yeah, Dr. Hills is right. Everybody else is all kinds of jank.
What you're saying is Dr. Hills is right and everyone else is wrong. I can't disagree with that.
He's not right on everybody else's stream. He's only right on his own because he ends up in the same place on his own.
Who?
You.
Me? Everyone's right on my stream.
I know, but
Indeed.
I'm saying that
Okay.
the only stream
We're-
that you
we're
were
back.
right on is that.
So, Starosta, Imazesbach says, no, he did not give me any kind of indication as to why you wanted to meet. But again, great service. He did say you offered great service to the city of Haberduke, and we definitely appreciate those who work hard for the city. What areas do you work in?
So we are an adventuring group. Our name's kind of gotten around there as the Heroes of Haberduke. Definitely not given by us, just what other people have said. And
Make
we,
inception check.
I knew it was coming.
Try to just keep talking real quick.
Oh yeah, that'd be a nat 20.
Okay. She goes, oh, yes, the Heroes of Haberduke.
Perhaps you've heard of us.
I haven't, but it sounds intriguing. I'll look into it. And
Please
what-
do.
what,
I'm definitely going to tell the bard that you had heard of us, but that's not important.
Oh, very well, very well. I feel yes. What service did you provide? Please do tell.
Yes. So perhaps you heard of Stormast. He was a bit of a
yes.
psychopath on a rampage.
So you're the group that helped with this Stallmast business.
Yes.
Now I am caught up.
Okay.
I am aware of you, and I have a great appreciation for the crisis that you averted.
Of course.
We do have, sadly have, a history with Stallmast being removed from the city. But yes, it appears that he was in league with agents of the Kryn dynasty, if my knowledge is correct.
That is correct, and that is why we're here today. Hoping that someone like yourself may have information or directions for us to go to further pursue someone who was in cahoots with Stormast. There was a drow there that she is, from my understanding, an ambassador in the Kryn dynasty, and we want to find her and basically make sure that no further plans of harm to Haberduke come.
Yes. I do believe what the Watchmaster did inform me of this. As far as the ambassador, as they are so styled, as far as they are concerned, I believe it was more of an ambassador to Stallmast, probably trying to lead him along from what we've gathered, that they were supporting him in some way. As far as how they were supporting him, or where this person has absconded, I don't believe that we have any knowledge of them here within the city. However, as you know, we were unaware of this cavern that Stallmast had created for himself. I do hear that you are to take up residence there in means of ensuring that it is no longer used by the dynasty.
We are, yes.
Perfect. More, the more we have to guard Hupperduke from the incursions of the dynasty, the better.
Of course. No, I just thought we would come and meet and one, introduce ourselves and let you know that we are.
I did think there were more of you.
There were. They had other business to attend to this morning. I did say that I would mention them. The bar that I told you about earlier that would really be pleased if you had heard of us as the Heroes of Hupperduke. And then there's some other small guy. He's not important. But yes, that is our group. And it's an interesting bunch, but we get the job done when it's needed to be done.
Good to know.
We felt
good to
that
know.
in order to not waste your time, it would be best if only two of us went. That way, we were able to do this effectively and quickly.
Of course.
Absolutely. I do appreciate not wasting time. We do have a lot of work here to do in Hupperduke. I do have a city to maintain and quotas to meet for the war machine that the Empire is putting forth. It's not easy, you know, but it's honest work, and while we love to work hard, we love to play harder. So
That we have seen.
Good.
gotten
I'm
to
glad
enjoy
you've
that part of
been
Hupperduke
able
as
to
well.
experience that. So let me ask you this: if you were looking for specific information, go ahead and ask it, because I cannot read your mind. I would love to be of help if I can. You did do a great service to prevent a lot of damage and loss of life, but as you said, time is of the essence.
Absolutely. My only question is there anyone in Hupperduke that we could speak of that may have more information of the Kryn dynasty?
Well, unfortunately, at the moment, I believe you all are probably as much of an expert as anyone else. While as a member state of the Dwendalian Empire, we do have knowledge of the Kryn and some of who they are, but we are the industrial arm of the Empire, and as such, we don't have a great store of information on them.
Of course.
We are not
Okay.
a part of the front, but if you were looking for information on them, you can always, again, request more from the Watchmaster. He may have more information without knowing what you are needing. But unfortunately, like I said, we don't have any kind of Kryn presence here. Maybe in times past, in times of peace, but it has been a long while since.
Understood. That would be all I have, and I turn and look at Lee and Pete. Friends, do you have any questions for this roaster?
Yes, actually, I do. While conquering Stallmast, I acquired this stone, and I pull out the sending stone.
Okay.
I figured it might have been some sort of communication they used between Stallmast and the dynasty.
Okay.
I wanted y'all to let y'all know I have it if y'all would like it to watch it. I haven't received anything from it, any sort of communication, anything like that. I
Okay.
did want to let you know we had it though.
Yes, absolutely. And she kind of snaps her fingers and indicates that the young page come accept it from you. She says, "Yes, we will most definitely get some of our mages to take a look at it."
And I hand it over.
And
So go ahead and
with
take that off
that-
your sheet.
With that, Strostas Zezbok, I would like to say that we are at your service if anything comes up. Don't hesitate. We're here to help and serve any way we can.
I do appreciate your service, and I look forward to hearing more about you heroes, as you so say. Maybe I will hear mention of you in the near future.
I imagine you will.
We did also eradicate one of the mines of some rust-causing monsters. Not too
I
long
did hear
ago.
that as well, and I again thank you. Like I said,
Yes.
definitely appreciate all who provide service to Hupperduke.
We thank you for all you do. And then I do an elegant elf bow, unlike.
Okay, roll a performance check. With advantage. You're an elf.
Ooh. Oh, performance is so 8. That's an 8.
Okay, you're a little rusty, so you almost kind of like lean forward a little too much off balance, but you catch yourself and you're okay. So
And I see him, and so I also try to imitate it. I'm still unsure how to fit in this culture,
okay, all right.
and I imagine it's worse.
You know, it's not too bad. You're not trying to do anything elegantly, or you said you're trying to emulate him.
Imitate, sort of
Oh,
like
imitate,
how he bowed.
okay, all right. Roll an athletics check.
Wait, athletics or performance?
Well, for him, it's athletics
Oh,
because he's trying to copy what you did.
gotcha.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you make it look exactly like him, even with the like awkward off balance kind of thing.
believe
So
I
I
did
mean,
this
at least
right.
at least it looks like you
Yes.
match. So, yeah,
did it right,
exactly.
Lee.
A little creepy. So, all right, she says, "Oh yes, very well. Well, have a good rest of your day. And again, any more information you have on any more dealings with the dynasty, we were troubled to hear of the theft of such valuable resources as our blasting powder. So if you do find any other discrepancies, please let us know." And that's it.
Yes, we will.
Of course.
At that, the doors behind you open, and the guards indicate for you to leave.
I step
Thank you.
out.
Good day, sis.
Yeah.
Adam.
Okay. Perfect. So you make your way back to towards the Hearth and Hammer, or do you try to go down to the lower city?
I would probably head down to Lower City, see if catch up with the other two.
Okay.
I imagine they're done with what
All
they were
right.
doing, though.
So, are you technically making your way downtown, walking fast
Oh my gosh! I
Faces
knew you were
past
doing.
as
Stop.
they
Stop.
go around?
Can you mute him? Can you mute him?
Yes.
No, 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 no.
Nope. Just going down to the lower portions. So you make your way to the.
I'm gonna head to the Cobalt Souls and
Okay.
practice some more with the longsword, and then I'm gonna head to Hearth and Hammer and wait there.
Okay. All right, Rowan. Not Rowan. Jace, what were you doing?
I was probably going to split off and head on downtown, down to the lower sections, sort of where they were headed, just mainly to kind of look around.
Okay.
That way.
Since you guys already left to go down there, you make your way to the. Let's see. You do make your way over to the Iron Lot Streets, where some of the tinker shops and forges are. And you are able to use the directions given to you to find the shops indicated for the expert, so to speak, in guns.
So I forgot about that. That those guns is where they were going. My character was, or Lee's gonna go with them. Try
Okay,
to find
so
out
you're
some
gonna try to
more
go catch up.
information. Yeah.
Catch up to them? Okay. So
Jace actually has
you-
very little interest in guns. He just wants to explore.
Okay, sure.
Then we'll probably have to do this quick before the monk is able to catch up with us.
Hey, they're going to spend all their time talking to the lady that's not going to
That's true.
give them any information. But you know what would be real funny? I'd like to see just how that monk and that cleric with their not so sharp tongues introduce themselves to her. Oh,
One of us should have probably stayed and helped them with that conversation.
without a charismatic bard to introduce the heroes of Upper Duke, they're gonna think we smacked a couple pigs around by the time it's all done.
We might be kicked out of this place.
Okay. So you find the you're directed, asking around. You're directed to Tanbar, Lernisdell, and you find this gnome in a shop not too dissimilar from Wiltix's shop, but it is there is the difference is that it's in this kind of industrial part of the city that is a lot more guarded. There is actually a Crown's Guard posted outside the door to his shop, and as well as one probably every other shop on this portion of the city. Just kind of like you get the sense this is where some of the other weapons used for the Empire are located, are crafted at. So there's a little bit more security. He sees you coming and, stops you before you can enter. Halt. This is a restricted area.
It's a shop. And does the shop keep?
Well, it's not really a shop so much as a workshop.
We're just gonna, show them our badges. Like
Okay.
we're on some
roll-
official business.
Roll a persuasion check.
If we're doing this together, would it be help?
Either you can both do
action?
it, or one can do with advantage.
What's your persuasion? I say you
Plus-
go ahead and do it, and then I'll give you advantage.
Okay. The first one is a 17. We'll roll the second one. That would be a. It's not telling me, but 15 plus 8.
23.
23.
It's 23. You have a +8. Good Lord.
He's a bard. Bard things.
What is your charisma at? I gotta go look now.
So
It's
he sees your badge and recognizes it as such and says, "Very well. Let me make sure that Master Lernisdell is able to see you." So he steps
what?
in.
While he goes away, I'm gonna lean over to Rowan and be like, "Hey, I think we should keep the information under wraps until we're sure that we're not going to get in any trouble for having these items. Just kind of feel it out before we show them that they have this." And I'm going to go ahead and remove the cloth that was wrapping the tubes up, so there's no markings on it that it would have been shipped. It's just the tubes and the wood.
Okay. So you're pulling out the tubes in the wood, but you're not. You're putting.
I'm not gonna have the tubes and wood out. I'm just gonna separate the cloth that was wrapping the tube
Okay. So
from
just kind of
them,
separating it
so
in your
that
bag.
if I pull them out, then the cloth isn't there.
Okay, sounds good. So you do that while you wait, and the guard comes back a few moments later. Says, "All right, Tanbar can see you, but you have 5 minutes. He's on a
Hey.
deadline." And so you
Understandable.
step inside, and you realize that again, this isn't a public shop. This is
His
working
workshop.
area. This is a workshop. This is part of the Empire's production, for more exotic weapons that they create here in Haberduke. As such, you do walk in, and there is an area. Most of the work areas you see have barriers in front of them. so you can't even see necessarily what he's working on. But he's come around in front of one of them, and there is a small desk. Almost looks to you. He's a gnome of kind of medium stature for gnome. He's got kind of like wispy brown hair and big thick goggles on that with like those little like like different little like kind of like the things that like magnification lenses that like come down in front of it. And so he's got them all up so that he can see you without the magnification at the moment. And he's like, yes, how can I help you? And
hello, Mr. Timber. Your intelligence precedes you. I hear you're one of the best tinkers in all of Huppaduke. And we just have a few questions about some things, particularly that you might have particular proficiency with. And so, again, I know we only have a little bit of time, but it is such an honor to be here with you.
Yes, thank you. What is it you need?
Yes. We have a few things that
We spoke to your friend
certain-
Wiltix. He sent us this way to talk to you.
I
friend
am familiar
here
with
is-
Wiltix, yes.
My friend here is inquiring about some issues with a certain tool that he had that may have broken or needing some repair, and we're told you may be the man to do the job.
Well, what kind of tool would it be? I don't really do custom work. I just do this crafting work for the Empire here. He kind of looks at you.
Okay. Well, we're just going to lay it out there.
Please.
Guns. We're talking about guns.
He kind of
I
gives you
know
a
that
look, kind of questionable, and says, "What do you know of guns?"
I know that they are incredibly dangerous. I also know that there's a group that has enslaved my friends and my family, and they use the guns against us to enslave us. Now, I know these guns
Oh, my.
are completely regulated here, well,
Well,
but they
yes.
slaughtered my friends and family.
I
And
mean,
what I'm looking for,
Do I know if he's telling the
There's a
truth or
way-
if this is a story?
roll an insight check.
Wanting to inside him too, because I've been trying to figure this out for a little bit.
You're not
not
gonna-
with us
He's-
yet, Noah.
It hit
Amongst
18.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not with them. Am I? No.
It hit 18. It hit 18, then flipped to 4.
Okay. As far as you know, no, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
What I'm looking for,
Pete, you're there with him, right?
I have no idea where I am, honestly.
Okay.
I thought he was
think
with
you were
us.
going.
I didn't know where.
I had some technical difficulties and I got completely lost. So
Did
I'm
you
just
go-
I
gonna-
thought
did
it
you
was
go to
just
the-
me and
It was just Jace
Jace.
and Lee.
Okay,
the
so he's here with
Sorosta.
us then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool, yeah.
at least
We
that's
brought
how
him
it-
along
At
'cause
least
he
that's
can
how it
read,
went
just in
down.
case
So
Yeah.
that's true. You can read halfling. So
Yeah.
okay. So Pete, was there anything that you were adding to that?
Sure. Where is my? That's 3. Yeah, it's not gonna do much. It's a 10.
Okay. So go ahead, Rowan. Continue.
what I'm looking for is to better understand these weapons, and perhaps use them in a way to avenge those that are using them for evil. Now, you might have heard of the ways that we've saved this town already. We're quite reputable. We even have the badges. You can talk with Watchmaster Bram. There was an escaped convict that we managed to track. I know that this is a quick meeting, But I figured you might be my connection to, and I know that you particularly do not want these weapons to be used for harm, but rather to protect the people. And that is why I'm here.
Okay. So you see him moved by your story. Okay. He says, "My goodness, you have had more experience with guns than most have. Here within Hupperduke, we do create them, and I am in charge of overseeing that. But they are not used within this city, so I do hope that it wasn't here that you had this experience.
It was not.
But in Hupperduke, they are heavily regulated, yes. But in other parts of the Empire, it is not the case necessarily. They are not illegal to have, but as far as the Empire is concerned, our production is for a very limited set of troops in our war effort against the Kryn dynasty. So I unfortunately don't have. I am not unable to assist you in your search for this knowledge, but I am sorry for your loss, and I do hope that you can find a way to. He kind of stumbles over the words. You can tell he's not very sociable. He says, "I do hope that you can find a way to make it right." So, he reaches.
I know that your weapons that you make are. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Just.
I
I know
mean,
that the weapons that you make are particularly regulated. If we were to perhaps gather some parts or some things, would there be any way that you might be able to assemble one for me to better understand these weapons?
I would have to get special permission. We don't create them for anyone besides the Empire, but that is, of course, coming out of our own stores of supplies and materials. But I don't know that I would be able to do so without any kind of special permission. It would have to come from the Starosta herself, unfortunately.
We have a growing relationship with her as well. And in fact, the rest of our party is meeting with her as we speak. But we'll make sure and get that proper permission. But it is a pleasure meeting with you.
Yes, I do. I appreciate you coming by, but as I said, I am very busy, and I do have things that I needed to get back to. So, have a very good rest of your day. And he reaches out to shake your hand.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. As you do so, you feel him put something in your hand. And then he turns and walks away.
I put it into my pocket and don't look. I nod.
Okay.
I give him
Roll
a subtle
a sleight of hand.
deception or sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
That's a 17.
Oh, I don't see it.
Okay. Yeah. You get in there pretty quickly. All right. So do you guys without the Crown's Guard, who has been kind of keeping an eye on things from the door, says, "All right, time is up," and
Hey.
kind of escorts you from there.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
And we'll start. I guess we'll start heading back up towards the upper city to meet up. Hopefully with Jace and Lee on their way down.
Okay.
Hopefully we see the monk on the way. Or otherwise, he's going to be down on the.
I mean,
The lower three
you
league
probably would you would probably meet either at the top or the bottom of the lifts. You know.
I mean, they were
but-
leaving the same place and going to the same
Yeah.
place. So they were probably traveling
And there's you know it would be on the main road, so you know, roll a perception check.
Everybody?
It's a 20.
If you're looking for them,
Not
sure.
together. And that Rowan found him.
Yeah, Rowan, he sees you coming and calls out to you.
And no, and Lee sees us as well.
So
I think I'm going the wrong way. Was I?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
going
you
the wrong
were.
way.
Okay, now I'm going the right
all
way.
right,
You see, one and I can't reach you, sir.
okay.
You nat 20.
So you head back to the Hearth and Hammer.
I didn't get a nat. Mine was unnatural. So you
Ah.
definitely see me before
Yeah.
I see you. But
Okay, so you meet up, and with the nat 20, Lee, you happen to spy like Jace wandering around. He looks like he's just kind of walking aimlessly at this point. You know, you could
Hey,
probably
Lee.
call him.
Jace, I actually had something to talk to you about.
Oh, sure.
I might be able to get you some information about the Kryn dynasty. What exactly was it you wanted to know?
I just honestly am not. It's kind of eating away at me that, well, this drow got away. You know, justice has to be paid. I don't like that she's just out there freely walking, doing who knows what. And so essentially, I want to find this drow that was here in Huppadook.
Perhaps at some point we could clear the tunnel that was collapsed and
Hmm.
backtrack it, and maybe
That's
it
a-
leads somewhere, and we can get a lead from there.
That's an excellent idea. Yes, brilliant.
I'll see if I could. What was the drow's name again?
Her name was Ishel.
that's you.
Okay. I'll ask about her with the Cobalt Souls. Maybe they have some information on her.
Cabot what?
Just some people that really like to share knowledge.
Interesting. All right. That'd be great. Thank you.
That's the Cobalt Soul, if you were really asking.
Soul. Okay, what's soul?
Is it Cobalt or Cobold?
Cobalt, like the color blue. Cobalt.
Okay, that's that.
Yeah.
Because the way he's saying it, it sounds like
Yes.
script.
Yeah,
The
I thought he was
kobold,
like he was having a heart-to-heart with
Scrit
Scrits in the
soul?
spirit's realm.
Yeah.
The Scrit Soul.
He's looking for script. That's what I've been thinking this whole time.
Yeah,
that
can
he's
I
looking for
roll-
script.
He's been
Can I
going to
roll a
find the
D100
soul of
to
the kobold.
see- Can I roll a D100 to see if I can find Scrit?
Yes.
Roll
No.
a d100.
In the library of the Cobalt Souls.
No, just
Wait, didn't I deceive them all to tell them that I have
That's a
the-
51.
the script pouch?
yeah. You don't see
It's a
him.
57. It's a 57. Ah,
You don't see him around, especially not in the middle of the day. So,
All right.
I mean, you definitely made them question whether you actually have a kobold skinned bag. But I mean, you did
Yes.
kill quite a few kobolds, so
Well, I told
Anyone
you
is
when-
probably
when I
not
s-
Scrit.
When I said it, I said that it was that script was my Cobold skin bag.
yeah. But they also know that you all left him alive outside. So
And you were with us the whole
Man.
time. You broke a table or something.
I mean, I have been dropping hints that I completely had somebody come behind us.
You
All right.
don't know anyone.
so
You don't know.
You guys
I
had-
find
what
it
are you-
hard to
what are you
believe
guys
you
doing?
have friends other than us.
are you standing in the street here by the lifts?
Now, once we meet up with them, we're gonna head back to the Hearth and Hammer. There's
Okay.
no sense in
So you head back to the
discussing our
Hearth and
matters
Hammer.
out in public.
Okay. Just go back to your usual table
friends.
and
Yeah, we're gonna go back to our table and kind of discuss what we
You know, like
come up
Right.
cue
with.
some
It was like
transition music, like a
Yeah.
sitcom when we go to that table.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
You need to get,
We need a
you
theme
need to
song.
find
We
just
need
like the
some theme
background
music for the,
It's like
for
a
that
the
table.
coffee shop.
Exactly.
just a little stinger for
Boom,
that
boom, boom, boom,
transition.
boom. Something like that.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Will someone clip that?
Hey.
We'll use that every time.
Yes.
All right. So, yeah. So you're back in the Hearth and Hammer in your corner table there. What are you doing?
Well, friends, I hope that
So
your
what did y'all?
conversation was better than ours.
Hey,
I mean, I felt like we had a pretty good. We didn't gain any information per se, but I feel like we got a foot in the door with the.
Yes.
So what you're saying is another one of the clerics lead into nowhere.
I wouldn't say it ended
Well,
nowhere. I'd say
Great
that-
job, cleric.
We made friends with a pretty powerful lady who's quite fun. I think you'd like her,
Aye.
actually.
It's actually going to be quite beneficial for us. What we
And-
found out is that if we were to get special permission from the Zoresta Emma Zezbach,
Starosta.
that was close.
Yeah.
Zorosta.
Still roaster. Perhaps we should master that before we introduce ourselves. Yes.
Yes. If we could get special permission for her, then Tambar might be able to make or acquisition a weapon for us, a gun.
Hey, he didn't seem very likely though, from what I could garner from what he was saying. So,
Yes, it seems they're very, very heavily regulated.
hey,
I see
Well,
that.
it's
may
one of
have to
those
go.
Stops to try to
We may
convince
have to
them.
go outside of Hupperdook to maybe find
Well-
out if we can get a gun fashioned.
We are no longer on a time limit. We could begin our trek.
I did want to let you know, Rowan, that though Emma did not know of the heroes of Hupperdook before we arrived, she was well acquainted with us when we left.
She had heard the
Oh,
tales.
Lord.
Yes.
Proud of you
Please, let us see exactly how you introduce the heroes of Hupperdook.
Like,
Yes, go ahead.
I said,
Jace
hello.
walked up and said, "We're the heroes of Hupperdook."
Indeed. And,
Oh, where is the glory in that entrance? Oh, it hurts me soul.
They have.
well, you see this. A wise man once told me, your actions will speak louder than your words. And when she told of what we had already done, it spoke much louder than anything the bard could have said.
What did you do? Throw your cat at her or flash your cape? It's
I
about
did
the only
nothing.
actions I've
She
seen
had
you do,
already-
cleric.
She had already heard the actions of the heroes.
Oh Lord, probably of
She
me
told
and
the
bard.
tales better than we could have.
And even the halfling. The halfling was throwing fireballs all over it. You just shimmer your cape.
sometimes
like a
that's all that
fairy
needs to be
boy.
done.
Hey,
Sometimes you
You
gotta
have
have that
no
attractive
knack
appeal.
for the theatrics or the introductions.
didn't even flirty.
Well,
I guarantee it.
You were invited to come and speak to the most powerful lady in all of Hupperdook, but you chose to go talk to your little craftsman. That was a
Watch
decision
your
you made.
tongue. Watch your tongue when you talk about the craftsmen's there, cleric.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
people.
I mean, was
I-
the craftsman?
I am aware of that.
what
probably
race
why I
was
have
the
a slightly
craftsman?
less
Was
opinion
the
on them.
craftsman not a little craftsman?
Hey,
I see what you did there.
hey, I did. Bard, I say we
He's
should just
referring
finish
to
it
his-
off.
He was referring to his height.
Okay.
I mean, it's maybe we just before we make any decisions. What time is it right now? Sorry, I'm
It's
assuming
probably. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, a little after lunchtime, like late lunchtime.
Okay. Let's think about it. You know, like I'm not sure that we need to leave this town right away, and head to Shady Creek. What? Shady Creek River?
Shady Creek Run.
Shady Creek,
Shady Creek
Shady
Run.
Creek Run.
Yes.
Quite yet. But yes, I think I think we just need to process or think about what our next moves might be. I don't know if Shady Creek Run that's only going to lead us to a gun, but maybe not for an Empire investigation of any sorts. I'm not sure where are you at with that, cleric? You've been handling that
I
that information.
not really much further than I was before.
No lead.
With that said, the monk did have a brilliant idea of possibly going back to the tunnel and clearing it and seeing if there might be anything to be gathered in the tunnel or where it leads to, for that matter.
As somebody who's dealt with stone his whole life, that's not a 24-hour job there, cleric.
I was just saying that is an option.
Yeah, that's only
It's
if you
something
go
we
after it with
discussed
a
about
hammer.
doing
But we do have
at a
magic.
later point.
Yes.
And perhaps we could talk with Wiltix and
Kellet,
Brackle about having somebody from the guild go take care of that while we are off pursuing the gun lead.
Of course.
Sure.
If y'all want me to spend some time just clearing out that tunnel, you can just ask. I can mold earth, you know.
That would work well too.
Yeah.
That's how long would that take you?
You know, I've got
Curiosity.
no idea, but it's not a hard cast to do. It depends. I mean, depends on how large the tunnel it is. If it's 3 miles long, it's going to take me a while. However, you know, I can clear 5 feet every 10, 20 seconds or so.
Let's see. Is Day still fairly young? What do you say?
Let's give it a shot.
Can we go into there right now with all
I mean,
the...
I don't have it. I can't cast it today. I wasn't
Construction going
quite
on?
Yeah.
prepared for
I mean,
for casting
Never mind.
that today. However, it could be done.
Understood. All right.
yeah, I mean, like
Alright.
you could go. They're just currently. They said that it was going to take approximately a few days to clean it out, which at this point it's probably been a day and a half since they've been doing that, and then you would and then they were going to be doing some basic needed renovations, I think converting one room so that there was enough rooms for everybody, or maybe two, and just basic conversions, and then also stabilizing the room with all the blasting powder. A couple other things like that. Just like I said, starting with the basics. They were going to get it that taken care of within this first week.
Gotcha.
All right.
But yeah, you could go in. It's not like it's closed off.
All right.
And we did already ask Brackhill if there's any quests or anything that he's needing us to investigate, and he said there's not anything currently, correct?
Brackle, you didn't ask Brackle. You asked Watchmaster.
Ram.
Oh, okay. So as we're at the Hearth Hammer, I figure we should probably talk to
yeah.
our sponsor.
Would I know from the notes I looked at and people's observations that anything about the fact that the gun has moving parts and can misfire and break?
No, not from that.
Okay. Would I know from something else?
Roll a intelligence check.
Really good intelligence check.
That's 17. I don't think I have any modifiers. Nope. 17.
Since you didn't have any prior knowledge of guns, really, you probably would not have known.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rowan, I think it would still be beneficial for us to go ahead, even if you were going to have, if we managed to get approval and have the craftsman build you a gun, search out and find if we can find, if we wanted to build any other guns or make any improvements to it, having access to one that we could possibly break down, or if we can find somebody in Shady Creek Run to show us how to do it. I feel like that would be beneficial.
Yes, I definitely agree. So what you're suggesting is that you'd like to possibly head to Shady Creek Run, and we'll start out.
Yes, because I did see
Yes.
different varieties of guns. I saw some pistols or some smaller. I did see some smaller ones in the different drawings, like some
You
pistol-like
probably-
ones and rifle.
Yeah, it was probably some really basic sketches
Okay.
of like some
But
that
clearly
are long,
different
some
style.
that are
Yeah.
like
Okay,
like I said,
so-
it probably was kind of that pencil
Black powder.
charcoal drawing of, like I said, just like one that was really long, like a rifle or a musket, and then one that was shorter, and it's like not super detailed, but enough to show the like something you would have hand drawn as while taking notes,
Mhm.
like looking at something really quickly, just a quick observation of like a long barrel with a stock, and maybe like the lever that was pulled underneath, and the wood stock and everything. So, but like I said, real quick sketch.
So I don't know exactly what the differences are, or if they're purely cosmetic, or if they have an actual mechanical difference. But I know there is different types of guns, so perhaps we could gain some more knowledge there. I think it would be
Yeah.
good if we went ahead and went to Shady Creek sooner than later.
We not want
Uh,
to check in with our sponsor then?
Well, you're at
I
the
think
Hearth
that's a-
Hammer.
Yeah, I think that's a
Good.
great idea. But before we head out, Mr. Brackhill,
You see him walking around, serving customers. He says, "Ah, yes, be right there."
Hey.
Comes over after a minute. Says, "So, how fares it today?"
well, great. We were able to gather some information that we were looking for, but I did want to ask you a quick question as our sponsor. If there's anything that the Hearth Hammer, something has come your way that you request the need of some adventurers to be able to handle.
Well, nothing pressing at the moment. If you are staying in town, I heard you mention. Well, were you here when you were talking about Shady Creek? No, you weren't here when you were talking about it earlier. He says, as far as things that I would have you all do, I don't have much in the way of work around town. But if you are making any trips in the future, I could, depending on where you're going, I might have some work for you.
Yes, actually, we're talking about possibly heading north to Shady Creek Run, actually. There's some leads there. that we're following.
Interesting. And you're going there on purpose.
Hey.
Yes. Oh, sounds like a lot
Well,
of fun.
it's a rough place. I'll give you that. If you're going with a purpose, then hopefully you can avoid any unnecessary entanglements.
Not with how loud Thurden is here.
I listen. Nothing can be as rough.
Nothing
as,
wrong
as,
with
as
letting
dealing with the
yourself
healing
being-
magic of that cleric. Oh.
yeah. He kind of gives you an elbow, Theoden, and says, "Nothing wrong with letting your presence be known, is it?"
Hey. Not when you can smack everything that comes at you with a hammer.
He's going, he has a big hearty laugh, But he says, "Well, if you're heading that way, I will see what I have as far as work in that direction,
Hey.
and let you know before you leave."
Sounds good. Thank you, Mr. Bracco. If he walks away, I might, after he walks away, talk with the rest of the group about what we might be able to still do in the city, even tonight.
Okay.
Okay. So what I've gathered, Nima says there's some funny business at the Firemark facility. When we went there, we were obviously stopped, was not able to go in there. Seems like we need some sort of stakeout or some sort of information gathering there at the Firemark facility. Anyone else on the same thought pattern as that? Or are we just like, oh, well, there's funny business there. not important?
No,
I believe the stealthy ones of the bunch. Maybe you and the monk could go do the stakeout. While me and the halfling and the cleric hold down this here table and inspect the bottom of the mugs of ale for any clues.
well, friends, while you do that, I actually want to go speak with Nima, just in case. She was the one raising questions. What if she was told not to come in?
Didn't you speak with Nima yesterday?
I did, but not since we've been
Maybe
there.
about
and
2
we went
days
to her
ago at
work.
this point.
Yeah, we went to
what?
her work and she was
It
not
would have
there.
been 2 days ago at this point.
There
So
is
there's a
cause for
chance
concern.
She might be missing, or we haven't found it. Then we need to do our best to. This is still mid-afternoon, right? Like we're right after
Yeah.
lunch here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Well, maybe before it's evening, maybe we try to talk with Nima and find her and get some more information.
Yes, I'd at least like to
Do-
check in.
Do we want to try to leave for Shady Creek tomorrow at some point, or do we just want to put that on the back burner and focus on this right now? And
Based on
whenever
the
we have this
information that we
taken care of,
that we gained this evening, we will
Yes.
decide if we should go.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that'll dictate
Um,
the decision we make. Yes.
can the would Pete and Thirdon, would y'all be willing to go gather materials if we need any for our trip to Shady Creek?
We can do
Was
that in
in
the
the
morning
druid
before
if
we
you
head
wanted
out.
to gather materials. Of course, I want to gather material. That's what I'm here for.
What materials do we need?
Health potions, perhaps.
Oh, so you want me to spend my gold
I'll
for
give
your
you the
health
gold
potions, Lee?
for it.
Oh, aye, the monk.
I think
Digging
in the
into my
morning.
own
I
pockets.
will go.
He has
I
his
will
hands
go.
in everybody.
Yeah, I'll go gather some materials with Pete. Thirdon, you can go with Rowan, and y'all can stake out.
I assure you, if I go with
He is
Bard,
not-
neither of us will be able to hide anywhere.
Oh,
I
So-
don't think there's need to be any gathering tonight whatsoever. I say we go talk with Nima. If we need to do any gathering of resources, we can do that in the morning, and then we can head out after we gather all those things.
okay.
I appreciate
Sounds
your
like a sound
forethought,
plan, Bard.
but I think that what we should do is go find Nima now. And then that information could help us. We might still potentially do a stakeout. So be ready for that.
He really wants to do a stakeout.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna go find Nima.
Anyway, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you get up. Everyone going to get up and leave the tavern at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Heading over to Nima's house.
Aye.
You are. This is late afternoon at this point, getting close to early evening. But as you know, Hupperduke works 10-hour days, so everyone's still at work. It isn't quite the end of the workday yet, but you head over to Nima's and knock on the door. Is that what are you doing? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you knock on the door, and again, Jace, like last time, it takes a second. And then after what seems like almost too long of a wait, you do.
Nima.
Well, let's see. Somebody roll perception check. Jace, roll perception check.
Okay.
I'll assist. Is it just Jason?
You can
now,
assist.
or-
You can assist.
Yeah.
Being 18.
Okay. You do see, the curtain kind of very carefully peek out again, come back. And so after that, you do hear, "One moment," and
Yes.
the door opens up and Nima's there.
I was getting nervous. We've been through that before. Nima, you should open
Hello,
your
Nima.
door sooner next time.
Yes.
Because last
Aye.
time you didn't answer.
Aye.
We came head charging in and we had to blow
Was
up some things in
already
your home.
warming the boots up. I was coming in, whether you want to or not.
She kind of
Thirdin was gonna headbutt the door
Right.
again.
she's a
I
little
was-
taken aback seeing all of you there after
Yes.
only seeing Jace last time, but she is you can tell she's glad to see you.
Do we need to make a
And she
secret
kinda
knock
laughs.
so you know that's us?
That's actually not a bad
Sure.
idea.
Let's do that.
Or do you just want to
Um,
walk? We can just walk
and-
up to the door and go boom, and you'll always know it's us.
Let's not do that.
Okay, that's fine.
You
Right.
can also announce yourself, and
Oh,
I do know your voices now at this point.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
So, I'm a little cautious right now. I was just in captivity
Understood.
for 2 weeks or more. So yes, I am also being cautious when I open the door. But please, come in. So she
Of course.
invites you into her home. It's completely cleaned up now. Nothing's out of place. Looks like a nice,
No ball
nice
caps on the
apartment.
walls.
Nope. It's been scrubbed clean.
Excellent.
Yep.
Well, the place looks lovely, Nima.
Oh, thank you. It's taken a few days, but I've gotten it back to somewhat semblance of normal. But you all have come today. What can I do for you?
Well, we tried to visit Farmart facility just a little while ago, and they told us you went there, which was odd. Also, they did not seem to want to let us in at all, which was just based on our conversation previously about the funny business in the books. We felt that concerning, and then you not being there was also concerning, and then you taking 16 days to open the door was also concerning. We're just really glad to see that you're okay and you've not been captured again.
She kind of chuckles and she says, I do appreciate it, and I'm definitely a little nervous on the knocking on the door.
Understood.
But
I completely understand.
at the same time, I'm doing okay.
Excellent.
But yes, no, I don't go in often to the Firemark facility. I more am there maybe once or twice a week and make deliveries. So I do tend to get more time out in the surrounding countryside, gathering materials, and then crafting some of the blasting powder.
I see. Well, as for the discussion we had previously, I let the group in on it, but we've kept it just amongst ourselves. How has that situation came about? Has there been more issues with the books, with the numbers of the blasting powder? How's that going?
Well, I've been asking around myself in the last couple of days. After all, after hours, we gnomes do like to have a good time, as you may have noticed, and tongues will wag sometimes when people get a little far into their cups. So I found it's not all the time, but probably a couple of times a month that there is stock that goes missing. And apparently this is somewhat recent, but yes, it's not. It is concerning. So
Does seem to be. Have you
Never
heard any names or? leads?
unfortunately, I don't have any names. I will say that it's something that that does happen. It's been something that's been going missing noticeably at night.
So, what would you suggest we do to be able to get to the bottom of this?
Well, it's tricky business. I mean, the Firemark facility itself is very well guarded, so the fact that some of it has been going missing means that there's something going on with someone on the inside. I'm not even really on the inside, as I am more of a supplier than I am an employee of the Firemark facility. As such, though, like I said, I would suspect that there has to be some sort of evidence to say, or to suggest when or where this is going. However, as this city, there could be a number of ways that it's exiting the Firemark facility. It could be simple as someone taking it out as disguised as something else, or it could be something that could be some sort of underground passageway or something. I'm not sure. It's a very mechanical, industrial city, after all.
Okay, well, you said that those things probably most likely happening at night.
I would assume
While
so, yes.
everyone's partying, that makes sense. So
Is
Things
there
do get a little more
night
relaxed
shift?
at night. There is not a night shift at the Firemark facility. And
Interesting.
while during the day everything is quite secure, everything is definitely locked up. And I would say of all the places, the Firemark facility does keep guards posted. But it's a lot fewer than during the day.
Is there a night guard captain or someone that we?
No, they just have a rotation of Crown's guards usually. But again,
Interesting.
night is oftentimes, can be distraction to otherwise upright fellows.
Would you be able to map out the Firemark facility, and then also where exactly the stores might be that they might be stealing from?
It would be
right now.
incomplete, and while
We've
I
been
am
there, so we
appreciative
remember.
of you saving me, I don't know if I would if I feel comfortable pointing out where things are located in there. I would hate for it to be led back to me. However, I could tell you maybe the most likely exits,
Okay, that'd be perfect.
at least the
Yes.
visible ones.
That's a good point. Good starting point.
Because I know that we're not sure who's in on it. It seems like that whoever is in on it is probably part of the Firemark facility, because again, they're going to have the keys. So whatever we do to get this information, we'll have to be pretty secretive. And so any sort of information like that you can share with us, even ways that we might be able to get in there or anything like that, just to be
Speaking of
able to
which,
investigate. Yes.
Nima, have you ever noticed any rat problems in the Firemark facility?
I really haven't, to be honest.
Spiders? Scorpions?
As I said, I don't spend a lot of time there.
That's true. I'll see what I can come up with.
Okay. I
Well,
mean, there are
see-
surely rats within the city. I just, like I said, I
Yes,
don't
Chewy's
really
found a
hold an
few.
office there. I just make deliveries and then we'll do some production of my own materials at certain times.
When do you make your deliveries?
Usually when I have it.
So there's no regular time that you go in.
I'm contract labor.
So say you went in a later evening, not quite before it was completely shut down. Would that be something that you're interested in helping with to help us find answers?
Roll a persuasion check.
13.
I don't know that I feel comfortable yet letting people in to the Firemark facility.
Oh, you wouldn't be letting anyone in. You'd be carrying them.
Again, I am very grateful for your help in freeing me, but I don't know if I feel like I could be an accomplice to a break-in to the Firemark facility.
Well, with that being said, would you prefer not to know of our plans?
Oh,
should we
absolutely, I
have
don't
to?
want to know.
All right. Well, good. Guys,
All
I
right.
have some thoughts.
All right.
I've not discussed them here. Nima, we will never, ever, ever try to break into the Firemark facility. You've heard it here first. Don't even worry about it.
She
Yes,
smiles and winks and says, "Thank you."
I actually feel a lot better about not including Nemo on any of our nefarious plans. With that said, we did just have a meeting with the Starosta, and she did ask to be let in on anything like this that's going on. She fairly blatantly asked if we knew anything about anything going missing, and to be loyal to you, I did not answer her.
Well,
Is it okay if we
I
share
appreciate
this?
that.
At this
Of the
point.
gnomes within the city that I would trust, she would be on the short list.
Okay, so she is trusted? Is that...
Yes, I trust her.
Okay, thank you. All right,
I
fair enough.
interpret that the opposite.
Aren't
But thank you.
Yes, yeah, I did
most-
too, and
yeah.
I was like, wait, whoa, this is another hole we need to jump in. Right.
Aren't most gnomes on the short list?
Haha.
That's another short joke.
Excellent. It sounds like we
She
are going to
chuckles
have to
and says,
schedule another.
"We can make short jokes too."
Thank you so much, Nima. Oh, sorry. What was that? Jace?
I was just saying we need to set up a meeting first, Roaster, soon anyway. And having your permission to share this with us makes me feel better about it. I'm not one for not telling the truth.
Okay.
I usually leave that to the bard.
She just kind of smiles. Yes. Okay. Well, again, like if I hear anything else, I will let you know. And I will gladly assist you in whatever way. I can't do it openly at the moment. And I don't really want to know if you are going to do anything illegal.
I just want to confirm. I can say there is confirmed blasting powder missing, right? On a regular basis.
Yes, I asked him I asked my contact if he was sure. He said that yes, he was very sure that the count was off from one day to the next.
All right. That is concerning.
Yes. Thank you, Nima. Would you guys like to head back to the Hearth Hammer? We can discuss next
Yes,
actions.
sounds like there's much to discuss.
Okay.
It sounds like our plan might need to go in action this evening.
Indeed.
Or in
Which
the
means
future.
I'm sorry,
She's
Seth,
like,
and there may not be any partying this evening.
Sticking her fingers in her ears.
I'm simply saying we're going to play a mean game of cornhole. Just don't worry about it, Nima. It's fine.
We're gonna go. Our plan is to go relax, party, have a great time.
Yes. Anyway, good day,
Okay.
Nima.
Good day. Okay,
We had-
so you head back to the Hearth and Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. By this time, it's getting starting to be dusk, and everyone is starting to leave work here in Hupperduke and head back to their respective taverns and places of celebration, as they do every night. You do see, lots of people like laughing and cheering about a good day's work. And you make it back to the Hearth and Hammer as people are starting to file in.
I don't remember where Nima's house is in relation to the Firemark, but would we be walking past Firemark facility as closing time is happening?
No, it's in the upper portion of the city.
Okay.
So we get to Hearth and Hammer as kind of closing time.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
As the first of the evening guests are filtering in.
This does not seem like a great place to have this discussion.
What say y'all we spend a little bit of time out and about where we usually are, and then feign getting ready for a trip or something tomorrow, so we go take our own times up to our rooms, meet in one person's room, and have our discussions there.
Yes. Let's do that.
Aye.
Whose room are we meeting in?
Come to mine. It's fine, as long as you don't mind.
When I go into my room, as we fake go into the room, I'd like to look at whatever Tanbar handed me.
Okay. So you said you're going to your room to do that?
Yep, I'm gonna go to my room to look at whatever he handed me before I head into Pete's room with everyone else.
Okay. So you go to your room and shut the door and pull out of your pocket something that looks like just a small, smooth pebble with a small, just kind of a curved line carved into the top of it.
Small pebble with a curved line carved into. Am I able to I mean, I'm assuming this is a bullet. All right, can I roll for like investigation of whatever
Sure.
it is that he handed me?
Sure.
What is the line, I guess? But is it just investigation or?
Yeah, investigation.
Gosh.
It's a little bigger than a pebble. I mean, it's like a good sized little rock, but it is stone.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. You're not really sure.
Another wall
It could
incident.
be a room. It could be just a special symbol, but you're not really sure.
It'd be one of those cellular phones of some sort, but you don't hear that from me.
It's a little stone that I have, and there's a small. You said small food pebble with a curved line.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know about it. Okay.
Okay. So,
A small stone with 3 bars increasing in size. When you move too far away, it decreases to 2.
as you sit in your room, looking at the stone, inspecting it, you hear, almost in your mind, okay, a familiar gnomish voice. And you hear someone say, "Hello,
Can you hear me now?
I've given you a sending stone. I would very much like to talk to you about your inquiry from today. But I could not do it under the guard, for I'm not sure who to trust." That's it.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
The only one who knows this information is Rowan, correct?
Correct.
Let me know where you'd like to meet. This is a secure line. I am alone.
Okay. So, a few moments pass. I can meet tonight. Meet me in the lower part of the city. We'll meet let's see. Sorry. We'll meet in the builder's plot. Behind the stone house with the green roof.
Got it. I'll meet you there tonight.
Okay. You don't get any other message after that.
Anybody know what's keeping the bard?
I don't really. He's probably changing clothes or something. I
Changing
don't know.
clothes or cleaning himself like a weirdo.
Lord.
So he's
Again.
probably picked up that string thing he has. He's in there making noise with it. I don't know.
Hey, he should take after your cat and just lick himself clean. Lord have
That's
mercy.
true.
So I
Well, it's
do
fine for Chewie. It's-
sometimes.
I do it too.
Oh
Did
Lord, I'm
Tambar
never
say-
putting you in my pocket again.
Did Tambar say anything about coming alone, completely silent? Like I got the
He didn't say anything about coming alone.
doesn't know you
Sorry,
can
I forgot there. He did say come after midnight.
Okay.
So the time. I forgot to say the time.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I walk into. Oh, let me think about this. Oh boy.
I don't really know where he is.
I take a moment to collect myself. And
So
go
the rest
through.
of you are in the common room for the Hearth and Hammer Inn, and you you know, the normal boisterous crowd of Hupperduke is hanging out, singing songs. You've got the minstrels over in the corner. They're singing a fun little song that you're familiar with and kind of humming along as Brackhill comes along and brings you some refreshment for the evening.
Hey, refreshment.
Passes
I'm
out
actually going
the...
to pass tonight, Rocco. Thank you very much, though.
Oh,
Just
suit
take some,
yourself, suit yourself.
Hey, I'll take the clerics.
Splitsies,
No.
splitsies, dwarf. Halvesies.
Oh. I thought you might.
Halvesies with you, halvesies with
Friends,
you. There's no
friends.
sense in putting good ale to waste.
We have plans tonight.
Puts it down.
I
on his
have
head.
plans to find the bottom of this flagon here is what I have.
I've already found it.
Hey, I'm on my second already. Oh, you wanted half of this. Okay, halfling, don't worry. I'll drink my half first and then give it to you. My half is the bottom half.
Where's the bot? I need to talk to someone with sense.
Hey.
I guess if they're back in the common area, I'll come
Did we ever leave? the
walking
common
back
area?
out.
Yeah, we're supposed to all head to
My
our
plan was like
bedrooms.
hang out and casually like
Yeah.
slowly sift out.
Yes.
And he was the
Yes.
first person to leave, right? The rest of us haven't left yet.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
and
I'll make
I
my
do.
way-
As you guys start like down on them, I'm like, all right, friends, heading back to the room. Remember, we have a long day tomorrow. And I wink and walk off at like as subtle as I can.
I head back with
As subtle as you
Jace
can.
and go into Pete's room and then
Roll.
just start.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a sleight of eye check.
All right, sleight of eye. Come on, that'd be an 18. What are my rolls today?
It's pretty good. so
Fantastic.
I know. Why we haven't even fought anything? Come on.
you give a clear yet subtle wink that everyone seems to catch on to, but no one else around you.
Excellent. So let's going for.
I head back with Jason, get to Pete's room, and then I'm just gonna pull out the notes I have and kind of start going over those a little bit more.
And it's gonna be really funny when they get to my room and they can't get in because, well, I've got the key.
I'm gonna pick the lock of the room when I get there.
Yeah, I go and twist it. And I'm like, Lee, can you do something about this?
Roll, roll to pick the lock.
Do I have assistance from Jace?
Of course. Assistance and guidance.
Oh,
So plus 4 or plus D4.
plus D4.
Hey.
I like how they're just picking the
Assistance?
lock to the
Oh gosh.
Collins room.
Hey, listen, Halfling, I need to tell you something. I'm glad we
So,
didn't go to my room. 'cause
the
they'd have
first
to
roll
clean
was a
up the
7.
Old bones. Oh, it's messy in there.
Wait, clean.
I mean-
if they touch my dirt, I'm gonna destroy them.
So
So
you got nothing growing.
I have it exactly how I want it.
Lee, what'd you get?
So with the assistance spell, or with the assistance, the plus 1d4 guidance, and what is that? That's 15.
Okay. You feel like you're almost there to pick the lock, and you're like going past the first tumbler, and you get the second one, and the third one, and then click, fourth one, and it opens.
Okay.
I am,
Well done,
I am
sir.
paranoid now. I'm casting Pass Without a Trace. And I am going to try to like get out of the crowd without anyone seeing and up to my room.
Okay. All right. Roll for stealth.
I have a plus 10 because of this.
Yes. Are you the only person you're putting it
You
on?
gotta be kidding. I'm the only person that I can cast it on, and I rolled a
Yeah.
1, so
Okay. You
That's
didn't put it on Brackhill as he walks around.
no.
No one can see Brackhill.
The drinks just appear. It's great.
Hey, where did the barkeep go? I need me 5th round.
It's that sneaky waiter that you don't notice when your drink
Theoden-
is refilled.
Right.
Theoden all of a sudden cannot find Brackhill.
Hey, how am I gonna get me ale? Where did he go? Oh, what kind of?
Walk in.
What is in
Pete,
this
out of
ale?
curiosity, what's your room look like?
I wasn't joking about the dirt. I have
Yeah, so I
specifically
immediately
set
walk in
out
and start like
piles
pushing
of
it around
dirt.
and like, why is this here?
He has
This
piles
is
of
odd.
dirt.
Hey,
I start like drawing in it.
Do they look like little anthills?
It was sectioned, it was sectored, it was my like testing soil for the different plants that I'm going to try to grow in different ways in our home.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
that.
Very much
I
like
definitely-
I'm very
I
much like
definitely try and
Mole
draw
from
stuff in it.
Atlantis right now.
Halfling.
I love it.
Halfling.
Have the little
I love it.
flags on all the piles of dirt.
Yes.
So did
yes,
he?
absolutely.
Did he get out of there? Did he sneak away? Am I the only one left down there looking for the barkeep?
Yeah, you have no idea where he is.
Oh, I'm gonna take off running. It's an absolute emergency at this point, guys. Absolute emergency. I'm gonna come up and be like, guys, everybody stop. It doesn't matter what we're doing tonight. Emergency has happened.
What
The barkeep
has
is
happened?
gone. The barkeep is gone. There's no one to pour me any ale or get me any victuals. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Nothing is more important at this moment. Oh,
Where did you see him
Pete,
last?
Pete,
oh,
did
my
you
warden's beard.
did you go up before him or did you follow?
Oh
him?
yeah, I was trying to go up before him and like sneak out past
Yeah,
everybody.
that's why I asked.
He
if
probably
already
like
left.
bolted. Okay, so roll a dexterity check.
No
Hey.
way. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Aye.
Yeah, you were able to like avoid him as he rushed past you.
Hey, cleric.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Aye. You're gonna have to resuscitate me. I don't know what I'm gonna do without me ale. I'm only 5 in. Oh, Lord, I've got at least 10 more rounds.
If it makes you feel any better, we will take a vote on the resuscitation.
I hope nobody killed him like I did Scrit. I mean, I hope he's okay.
This is influencing the vote. Yes.
I
finally bust into the doorway. My dirt!
Hey, don't worry, Halfling. We have a bigger plan than your dirt. I can get you more dirt. The barkeep is gone.
I don't
Pete,
need more dirt.
why-
I need my
okay.
piles of...
I don't know what has going on with the barkeep. We will check on Brackle soon.
Aye.
Pete, what is with the dirt? I don't understand.
How am I supposed to know what to be able to grow in our lair if I don't do some tests?
Grow barkeep!
What can-
Lord! I've got to sit down. Oh,
Well, I'll tell you this one. This one feels mushy. This one's not so much.
Look. Okay,
Does that
I
help?
know what to do. I'm going to burn another spell slot, and I'm going to cast Dust Devil. Choose an unoccupied space of 5-foot cube that you can see within range. An elemental force that resembles a dust devil appears in the cube and lasts for the spell's duration. Any creature that ends, anyway. As a bonus action, you can move the dust devil up to 30 feet in any direction. If the dust devil moves over sand, dust, loose dirt, or small gravel, it sucks it up into the material and forms a 10-foot radius cloud of debris. Now, I'm specifically going to try to tell this dust devil to strategically go over each pile and help me re-sift it with its clouds to like
Okay.
come back into its
So
own thing.
functionality over.
Functionality is helping me reform.
So he's just going.
Halfling, can that thing serve ale? Halfling, can that thing get me some victuals?
Listen. The barkeep is gone. Why don't you
Oh,
just
no,
serve your
don't
own
you-
ale, Ferden?
Oh, you know what? Say it again.
All right.
Say it again,
I
Halfling.
hand him my
You
water
can pour
skin.
as much as you want.
I hand him my water skin and say,
Listen.
"This is some elfish wine. Okay, maybe this will do."
Elvish wine? What do you mean? A woman? Oh,
got
Lord,
alcohol.
get that out of here.
Well,
Oh.
you do carry a purse, you told us.
Oh, not tonight. Not tonight, cleric. Oh,
Perhaps he's
Where's
back.
the
Why
bard?
don't you go down and check and see if he's come back?
where is the bard at? He's probably got him in his pocket or something.
Where's the bard?
What foul magic is this?
Rowan-
What is
You don't know
sorcerer
what they
about?
complain about having
Rowan,
stolen
you
things.
have
You always complain
heard-
that the monk steals things. Get your head straight.
Rowan,
The
you've
monk-
heard all of this. What are you doing?
Hi.
You heard this from like next door.
Hi.
He's like next
I'm more
door.
than beer. Divine smite!
What are you divine smiting? There's nothing here to be smited.
Hold on. Theoden, roll an attack roll.
Yeah. With what? My
What's your
warhammer?
hammer? Yeah,
Damage or just an attack roll? See if it
an
hits?
attack roll.
Yeah. Give me that dirty 20.
Okay, you crush the chair in Colin's room.
Yeah, the table. I'm the table guy.
Nope, the chair.
You're the chair guy. You crushed those chairs.
I'm not paying for that.
Nobody will pay for it if we don't find the barkeep. Oh Lord.
Amidst the commotion and his loudness, I have slipped out of the Hearth Hammer.
Okay. Roll a stealth check with advantage. I think you have advantage anyway, but
Oh gosh, 15.
okay. You think you
Can I
get out
roll-
there?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see him?
No.
No. Okay.
You.
Hey,
were-
where is the bard?
You all were very
Hey,
distracted by
that's
Theoden,
in there.
so
Not even with disadvantage. Okay.
you weren't
if this
actively
helps.
looking. You were not actively
I-
perceiving. So
I just divine
can
smited.
cast-
There was a blinding flash of
there was
glory
a
that just
lot
took out that chair.
just happened. Yeah. So-
There's literally
That-
I have a dust devil blowing up smoke and putting it back in like there's dirt everywhere.
There's-
Dust
and
devil
as
glory.
this is going down,
Smited.
a lot
like,
going on.
like as the chair gets smashed, I just go ahead and cast like calm emotions, and everyone has to make a charisma saving throw, or you just get chilled down.
Oh, okay, come on. Charisma's my thing, man. Come on, get out of
If
here.
it,
Russ.
if it helps, I could cast disguise self on myself to just blend in.
Yeah, probably would help.
15. Would I have
Okay.
to be? It has to be 13.
Four,
right?
14. It'd be 14.
Oh, I'm not calm yet. I got 2 more spell slots
It was-
for
it was
divine
worth the shot.
smite.
Well, you only
It
have
was
to
worth the shot.
roll. You only have to roll if you don't want it to happen.
I do I look like I want to calm down? I rolled a 3, but I'm chill now.
All right. Well,
Hey!
half
Yeah.
the room is
That's true. That's true.
Where's
Pete
the
was pretty.
bard keep?
It's really
got
unfortunate
an
that my chair's
18.
gone now.
Can I paralyze him?
Okay.
Is that okay or no?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
All right. So
You guys better go find the barkeep quick.
you all are scrambling.
Okay.
Rowan, what are you doing? You've successfully made it out of the Hearth and Hammer.
Yeah, I've cast disguise self on myself to unnoticeably walk through the streets and try my best to eventually meet up with Tanbar.
Okay. So you make your way down to the lifts and take it down to the lower city as your disguised self and head to the meeting place, which is on the outskirts of the city. It's actually out one of the major. It's actually still within the gates, but outside of one of the other gates, kind of thing. There's like a section. There's a section of construction area that happens just outside one of the gates, and that gate stays open. It's actually the gate that you came in when you first entered Hupperduke late that evening. So you're able to go out and head that direction, and you come to. Go ahead.
When I get closer to the area, I'm more stealthing and just kind of secretly trying to get into position because I'm probably going to be there earlier than the time.
Okay.
Just to kind of scope it out and put myself in a position where I can see as much as I can.
Okay.
To see if there's multiple people or just Tanbar when he shows up.
Sure. Roll a stealth check. Another stealth check. Because you had been traveling for probably half an hour at this point.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty confident that you're passing without much notice, or if people notice you, they're not really paying you very much mind. And it's dark at this point. You're able to hide in the shadows and get down there. So you take extra care when you get to the area and get there early. And as you get there and set up, you're able to hide with that roll pretty easily and wait. And you wait. And about midnight happens. And you see someone come around the corner and shuffle down in the dark alley behind the building that you're in. Roll a perception check.
18.
Okay. You're pretty confident it's Tanbar. Same size, same, kind of the way he moved that you noticed when he was walking out to meet you, kind of thing. You're pretty confident it's him. And as he walks out into the area, he stops and he waits. And you see him fumbling in his pocket, and he takes out the sending stone. And he says, "Are you there? Are you coming?"
Are you alone?
"Yes, I am alone."
And then I said, "I'm here," and I walk out from my hiding space.
Okay. You see him kind of like gasp a little bit as you appear suddenly before him. And he puts the stone back in his pocket and says, "Thank you for meeting me. I am not sure who to trust. I know of what you did previously for Nima. I told her that, it was I who told her about the missing, it was I that told her about the missing, blast powder through one of my contacts. I'm afraid that someone is taking supplies, to send them elsewhere. I have had several finished parts of weapons that have been missing from the inventory over the last few months. In fact, I was hoping that you would have found it in the spoils of Stalmast's lair, but that was not the case, which has led me to believe that there is something else going on. So, I would like for you to look into this. I don't know where these pieces have gone, but they could be, when combined with the proper knowledge, they could be used to create guns. And I am worried for that. For while I have pride in doing this work for the Empire and for Hupperduke, I too am aware of other things that have been done with guns when they are in the hands of people who could abuse it.
I've experienced that firsthand. We did find some parts when we defeated the rust monster. And it had engraved SCR as if it was marked for delivery to head to Shady Creek Run. Now, I'm not sure if this is some of the missing things, but those are some of the parts that we did find. We also
Do you have any of them? Do you have any of them with you?
No, but I can get them to you.
It's no matter. I mean, it is most likely some of our stock. I have not reported it to anyone but Nima, as I again am afraid of who to trust. But she has been a friend for a long time.
Thank you so much for trusting me. Do you have any leads of where I might be able to try to investigate next?
Shady Creek Run is a likely place for stolen merchandise. It is a city run by different criminal families. They are often at odds with each other. It could be that they are being filtered there. But who is doing it in the city, I do not know. At this, he's kind of, you can tell he's like starting to get nervous from being out here. So much he said, but keep the sending stone for now, and let me know if you get anything. If I can't respond immediately, I will let you know.
Of course.
Very well. I thank you. Thank you for allowing me to trust you and proving that trustworthy.
Of course. You as well.
Okay. He says, I must go before my usual evening companions miss me too much. And he turns and said, farewell for now. And he looks kind of out the alley and takes a step out and starts trying to walk nonchalantly away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you do?
I kind of watch and kind of see where he's heading for a little bit,
Okay.
and then
You can tell he's kind of heading back towards the upper part of the city, like towards the lifts and stuff.
I let him go pretty far ahead, and then
Okay.
then I head back just to make sure that people don't realize that we were talking or near each other.
Okay.
Stealth.
It's a good thing you said that. Roll a stealth check.
Gosh, what? 12.
Okay. As you make your way back to the lift, you do make it back through the gate, and you're walking through the fairly empty lower portions of the city at this point. When roll a perception check.
7.
Found another wall.
As you're walking, you are deep in thought about all the implications that this means, and you're excited about the prospect of having finally an inside source into what is going on. When you
Am I still disguised self?
well, you would have dropped it when you stepped out to meet him, perhaps, unless you don't think you would have.
Yep.
And while you have been walking lightly through the city, it's pretty empty, and there's not a lot of people to, kind of disguise your movements or anything. You do hear, at the last second, someone coming up behind you. And as you turn around to face it,
Scrape.
as you turn around to face whoever is coming up behind you, you realize there are more than just one of them. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
This is what happens when the
Oh.
bard goes off on his own.
Oh, no.
Every campaign.
Oh,
We got a bard trying to be a rogue over here.
yeah.
Doesn't
Oh,
work
man.
like that.
I've
Next-
got
Okay.
+5
next,
stealth.
Next session, I'm rolling initiative on Theoden, unless we get him to calm down.
What's your intelligence though, Austin? That's what I
Zero.
thought.
Neutral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neutral.
Right.
0.
That's why my character doesn't choose the wise thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
I have to
intelligence
play
and
into it.
wisdom. There is a wisdom
Yes.
one.
I have
I
a
have-
high
I have
wisdom.
plus-
I have low intelligence.
I have a
Meteor.
+2 to wisdom, so it's a
Mm.
14.
So your
so
character is wiser than the average person.
but he's just average intelligence.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good cliffhanger to end
Well,
on.
yeah, absolutely. So exciting times.
Goodness, what a great cliffhanger!
Yeah.
That was good.
All right.
Oh.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We had a raid, which is awesome. Let me go back and look and see who this is.
I think there was
Let's see.
multiple.
There was like
hosts
3 or
and
4 of
raids
them.
all at
We had
once.
multiple raids. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I see that now. Okay, so we had Odin's Eye Gaming with a raid. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We appreciate you coming in. And Pariah Docs was raiding as well. Thank you as well for joining us this evening. I hope
Yeah.
you enjoyed what you got to listen to. And then Texas Tibbers came in with that raid. Thank you so much, all of
Nice.
you, for joining us this evening. Hope that you enjoyed what you got to be a part of, and so we look forward to next week when we come back to find out what happens with this cliffhanger.
When Rowan dies again.
It sounds that way, but no one's there to save him.
When our bard must face the perceived danger that he is, or
Really just
might not be
Nima
dangerous.
I don't know if-
behind him.
I don't know if anyone saw me mouthing to myself, but he was like sneaking off to this guy, and I was like, I don't trust him. I have a bad feeling. I don't trust
Yeah,
the
see,
situation.
I
Yeah,
thought something was like gonna go down. Like
I was like, something's up.
I felt that.
Yeah.
But
Which is why I was
for
like,
sure.
I'll just keep stealthing as often as I can. My
Yeah.
+5 stealth, I thought, this could be pretty decent, and I was rolling so well.
I literally was
Until
waiting to
I
see if
wasn't.
you were going to say stealth again on the way back.
In my
So-
head, I thought I need to redisguise self as I head back, and I didn't
Yeah.
say it. That was like my
Yeah.
thought of like, I need to make sure to redisguise self whenever I head back because
Oh.
I did it there. Gosh,
Yeah.
this is exciting.
That was great. That was great, though. So, all right.
was
Well, thank you all again for joining us this evening. If you are still around from the raid, we are a family-friendly D&D show. We are Hearth Hammer, and we are currently adventuring in the world of Wildemount, which is awesome and exciting and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, hope to see you next week. And we will be here at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And good night, and God bless.
You know?